Hey, we're back to continue off the game. Hey, we're back to continue off the. Okay, great. Last time we just beat that very difficult boss, and we were gonna talk to Grace in the tavern. She was gonna give us the next piece of the puzzle. It's right here. Let's just get down to it. Also, I'll apologize. I don't know if I sound that different, but I'm a little bit sick right now, so maybe you noticed that in my voice. If so, I apologize if it sounds weird. I knew you'd come crawling to me. Don't be shy now. Have a seat. Like I promised, it's my treat. Just get whatever you like. And that's an awfully kind of you. We'll have to respectfully decline the dinner. How about we stick to exchanging information? Ooh, you're no fun. Or you're trying to make a statement that you're impervious to bribes, unlike the upper echelons of the ECPD. What? I don't see the problem with it. If you're buying, I'll be happy to go to town on some free food. I would also accept, so long as you don't have any ulterior motives. It's probably okay. I don't see the harm in sharing a casual meal together. You too, Ellie. Looks like you're the only one worried about big, bad, Grace's shady dinner invite, Lloyd. How are you ever gonna become a pro detective if you're not willing to bend the rules once in a while? Alright, I get it already. But no alcohol. Thank you very much for the meal. It's delectable. Jeffrey is highly skilled. The food is very satisfying. Though it's kinda hard to savor something this tasty without a good drink. Come on, Lloyd, don't be such a hard ass. One sip ain't gonna kill me, you know? Absolutely not. You know we're still technically on duty, right? We have to keep our wits about us at all times. Yeah, whatever. You're just as stubborn as a damn mule. I believe the problem is that you are far too loose with the rules, Randy. I'm going to have to agree with them. Drinking on the job is highly inappropriate. Oh, you guys are so entertaining. Your personalities are widely different, yet you fit together so perfectly. I think the four of you will really make quite the team. I hope you know that flattery isn't going to get you anywhere. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. We've now told you everything we know about the incident in the downtown district. I seem to recall you mentioning that you had the missing piece of the puzzle earlier. Isn't it about time you filled us in on it? What if I told you that I don't wanna? I suppose we would just have to never trust you again. Further, today would be the last time we would ever speak with you. Oh, calm down, I was just messing with you. But I gotta say, you really are cute when you burst out that serious faith of yours. Maybe because it's such a charming contrast to your usual soft, friendly disposition. Okay guys, how about we get back to work? Yeah, that sounds fine by me. Thank you for the meal. Don't be like that. I said I was kidding, didn't I? I want your puzzle piece, right? You want your puzzle piece, right? Fine, I'll tell you, I promise. Where do I begin? Okay, first thing first. Are you familiar with a group named Revenge? Or Ravish? Oh, that name. Now, what's up with you two? Your jaws just dropped straight to the floor. Ravish & Co., I believe there is a business in Crosspool registered under that name. And that's what they present themselves as, your average law-abiding citizens. The truth of the matter is that they're technically Crosspool's mafia. They've been controlling our dark underworld for a long time. The mafia, so they're a criminal organization then. Makes sense. I've definitely heard rumors about there being a mafia in Crosspool. Guessing this news didn't come as a surprise to either of you, yeah? Yeah. Pretty hard to be in the dark about them if you're Crossbellan. The organization has a vast network of connections which includes some very powerful people. Based on what I've heard, it's because of this that the police find it difficult to take any action against them. Because the underbelly of this society is pretty much the same no matter where you go. So what does Revenge have to do with this incident? More than you'd think. I've been hearing that Revenge's bigwigs have been very active recently, suspiciously so. It's hard to pin down exactly what they're up to, but they're definitely getting ready for something big. Noticing this, I decided to do a bit of investigating of my own on the side. So the mafia is making a move. What could they possibly be up to? Whatever it is, it certainly sounds ominous. I have a terrible feeling about this. That must be what brought you to the downtown district today, correct? What? Bingo, my friend. One of my sources let me know that about 2 weeks ago there were a few members of the mafia snooping around in the area. But they were dressed inconspicuously, as though they were trying to conceal their identities. Doesn't that smell awfully fishy to you? Yeah, it definitely stinks. Agreed. Something feels out of place. It's unlikely that each gang would simultaneously and independently choose to attack one another. The third party orchestrating things from the shadows, however, would explain what happened. There is still something I do not understand. How would a criminal organization want two delinquent groups to antagonize each other? Right, that's the million-dollar question. It makes sense if they already harbored a grudge against one another. Right? As far as I know, there haven't been any serious conflict between them before now. So all three of these groups might be on the violent side, the Mafia are professionals, the gangs are amateurs next to them. Since there's nothing Ravish stands to gain, I don't see a reason they'd interact with them at all. What if one of them formed an alliance with the Mafia to off their rival group once and for all? If that's what's going on, then it made the attack on themselves was staged to throw off suspicion. I'm a bit doubtful to go quite that far. Yeah, I didn't get the impression that Wasi and Waldo were on bad terms with each other. If anything, it feels like they had a sort of mutual respect for one another. Oh, that was quite the astute observation, Lord. Color me impressed. You're right. As far as I'm aware, Waldo and Wasi view each other as good sparring partners. Originally, Walt's Saber Vipers were the only gang in downtown district. However, that all changed 2 years ago. Wasi showed up out of nowhere and established a testament. And we all know how Wald is, so he obviously went to go put Wasi in his place, but Wasi took him down. 2 for 2. No, you're good. Despite his charming looks and small frame, Wasi's a skilled martial artist. I already managed to take Wald by surprise with his lightning quick moves and pinned him to the ground. Wow, I was not expecting that. Dang, the cute little kid's really that strong? Guess you can't judge a book by its cover. No kidding. I knew from experience that Wald is no pushover either. You might have underestimated Wasi the first time, but they've fought a number of times since then and they're basically evenly matched. And I think they respect each other precisely because of the history they share. I see, so they're not just rivals, they see each other as equals. I suppose this proves that it's likely that either of them formed an alliance with the Mafia to crush each other. Right. And their respective gangs are so loyal. I thought this could have been a subordinate acting out of line. This can only mean one thing. Hehe. I may have divulged a little more information than I should have. Or what do you mean? Well, I got some interviews to take care of, so I'll be off now. Kick some butt with your investigation. I'll be eagerly awaiting a good scoop once you're done. Toodles. She certainly has her own unique way of doing things, doesn't she? But it's thanks to her that we were able to get some valuable information. Yeah, knowing that the Mafia is likely involved with this mess is a huge leap forward in our investigation. Now the real question is, why did the Mafia get involved with this? This is going to be a tough one to figure out with the limited evidence we have right now. I do not recall seeing any relevant information in the police database either. Assuming it is there somewhere, it's likely locked behind multiple levels of authorization. So basically, it's classified, huh? That seems likely, considering all the people the Mafia has in their pocket. Alright, let's head back to the SSS and see what Chief Sargi has to say about everything. As much as I'd love for us to solve the case, the situation is starting to become larger than what we can handle. You're right. Yeah, let's head back. Hopefully the old man will actually be there this time. Before we do that, we can look around a bit. Also, just gonna pause for a second. There we go. Can we go talk to them now that we learned this? Now that it's come to this, I regret not reading my old man's medical textbooks. Medical textbooks? What the? Oh, it's just you guys again. You got a problem with that? Everybody has a secret or two. We dragged Azel back here after he was assaulted and administered emergency medical care, but didn't regain consciousness. We ended up calling an ambulance and had to wait until dawn before we could shuttle him off. I may despise my old man, but I really regret not having him teach me some of the basic first aid techniques. That's what happened. You guys must be worried sick. Yeah, strangely enough, the ambulance didn't depart for the hospital immediately after picking up Azel. How come? Apparently some other person downtown got injured and sent to the hospital. There was some stinking Saber Viper. One of his comrades told us I got hurt. The ambulance ended up taking both injured victims to the hospital at the same time. So members from both your groups were assaulted on this. Both of your groups were assaulted on the same night. Interesting. Talk about some convenient timing, eh? Convenient? The timing was horrible. Do you think we want to share an ambulance with some Viper? Lost my cool there for a second. Azel being hospitalized is what has me worried. My old man works there, so maybe I use him as an excuse to go visit Azel tomorrow. I told the members to wait for my orders before they try anything. We'll propose our actions for the day at the very least. Really? Thanks. Oh, don't get the wrong idea. I'm hardly doing this for your sake. We're just conserving our stamina where we can, so we may bathe in the blood of those filthy vipers. Dude might be pretty on the outside, but damn, his personality is hideous. We did learn something interesting from that little conversation, though. Anywhere else we can go? Can we ask the bracers about it? I want to make the same boss. Seriously though, the special support section, is it actually true your division was created due to some internal drama at the CPD? You've surely got your sources locked down tight. You bet your batons I do. Don't you go underestimating on the power of our connections. We got our hands on all the juiciest morsels of information from all over the continent. For example, if I wanted, I could get a head count on every hottie and hunk across all of Erebonia. It's a wonder I haven't gone mad with power. I don't know if that was the best example, but I have heard that Guild's info network is one of the best there is. I agree. The speech presents do not match those of other men I've met. I do not know what to make of this exactly. Anyway, I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of each other in the future. If you're feeling up to the challenge, what do you say taking a little test? Huh? What kind of test is it exactly? Oh, it's nothing too complicated. I'll pick out 10 questions at random from a test bank we used in the written portion of the Bracer exam. That way, I'll be able to know if you're at least as knowledgeable as a junior Bracer if you manage to get all 10 of them right. However, if you were to fail, there will be no place for us to operate in Crossbow, where some of the continent's greatest Bracers have gathered. Am I correct? Man, talk about putting on the pressure. So we miss one question and we're going to be labeled a bunch of dumbasses? That's kind of a raw deal. Not at all. I'm not doing this to put you guys down. That's just not my style. So here's a tip for you. You can study the stuff that's going to be on the exam over at the public library in the administrative district. Remember, I'm giving you this test to see if you'll actually be worth your salt when it comes to helping the citizens of Crossbow. So, are you guys up with the challenge? Yeah. Sure, we'll give it a shot. But that's what I'm talking about, baby. You know, are you sure about this? Yeah, I'm not too worried about it, honestly. We had to take similar exams back at the academy. And besides, it's almost like I'm running away if I back up out of it now. It wouldn't feel right. I understand what you mean, and I agree. Likewise. Guess there's nothing more to say then. Let's do this. I like that feisty attitude. By the way, Lloyd, I get the impression that you're the leader of the group in a way. Want to take a crack at answering the questions on behalf of everyone else? Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, I love that look in your eyes. It's giving me the willies. Okay, boys and girls, let's get this party started. Oh, this was a quest. And now the first question. This one will be a cute freebie to get you warmed up. As we all know, the Orbital Revolution brought forth the technological advancement of orbments to our continent. The question is, how many years ago did it occur? Well, it's not 30 years ago. I would say it's more than 50 years, but then approximately 50 years ago is the best answer here. I'm pretty sure it happened about 50 years ago, right? Bingo, right you are, my friend. Don't let it get to your head, though. That was just a freebie. But really, it's crazy to think about how much orbital technology has advanced in the last few decades. Back when I was a little kid, I would have never imagined riding in something as fancy as an orbital car. It seemed like something straight out of a fairy tale. That's one hurdle down. Anyway, on to the next question. Question number 1. Jokes? The driving force behind the Orbital Revolution was all thanks to one man's prototype orbment. This one's another gimme, but what's the creator of said orbment? Who's the creator? C. Epstein. I know this one. It's Professor C. Epstein. Sorry, you got the right answer. Did you guys know that people were skeptical of his invention at first? They probably just didn't see what the big deal was. But once people began to realize just how gosh damn useful they are, they quickly became an integral part of our daily lives. The Epstein Foundation has made great efforts towards the research and adoption of orbital technology. Not much is common knowledge. The orbital stuff I use for combat also falls on the Foundation's research efforts. Oh yeah, Theo totally mentioned that she's employed by the Epstein Foundation. That was a close call. She probably would have given me quite a glare if I screwed that one up. Enough shit chat, next question. We all know the quartz are key components to any orbital device, right? And since that quartz you need Sepith. And when I talk about Sepith, what specific form of septium am I referring to? Septium fragments. I believe they're septium fragments. Oh heck yeah, you got that right, buddy boy. Septium fragments are refined into quartz, which we then use in herbal devices. Monsters are inherently attracted to septium, so they often end up munching on Sepith. Defeating creators is an easy way to update Sepith, so keep that info in your back pocket. So far, so good. These questions are all common knowledge. It's time to prepare for question 4. Our good friend, the Erebonian Empire, lies to the west. Its important and overwhelming existence can be felt by all of us Craftsbalance. I imagine you've probably seen their emblem before. Can you recall what the symbol of Erebonia is? Golden Stallion. Supporting God with his bracer, White Falcon is Liber. I believe it's the Golden Stallion, right? It's what I say if you were wrong, but you're right. It's no secret that the pride of the Erebonian Empire lies in its unmatched military might. Golden Stallion is a symbol of that power of theirs, and thus is on the country's emblem. There was once an order of knights in the Empire known as the Eisenritter. They were known for employing cavalry, so that might have been why the Empire adopted the Golden Stallion as its emblem. I should get that one right somehow. Now for the question 5. We're almost halfway through this little quiz, so hang in there. And I should notice the Calvard Republic sits directly to the east of Crossbow, opposite the Erebonian Empire. It's no exaggeration to say that Crossbow's entire history revolves around that long-term struggle for power between Erebonia and Calvard. Now your question is this: what is the name of the primary manufacturer of herbal and heavy weaponry for the Republic? Rhineford is Erebonia, and Size is Liber, so it's a Vern company. If there's one in CC, it's the Vern company. Vern, baby, Vern, that's exactly right. Calvard's Vern Company and Erebonia's Rhineford Company are famous as the continent's 2 largest manufacturers of herbal weaponry. However, it's not fair to only discuss their weapons development. They're also responsible for making vehicles, appliances, and plenty of other nifty items. Now the question down. The lead-in for that one threw me off a little, so I'm glad I got it right. Looks like we made it a little past the halfway now. You're giving a valiant effort. Nice job, fearless leader of ours. If you keep this up, I'm sure you'll have no problem plowing through the rest of it. You're doing great, Lloyd. I'm thoroughly impressed. Come on, guys. I don't think I've really been that impressive. It's all pretty common knowledge so far. But regardless of how well you're doing, you still got 5 questions left, Buckaroo. I think you've had enough time to warm up, so it's time up the ante. I hope you're ready. Shall we begin? It's time for the 6th question. A catastrophic event known as the Great Collapse befell our continent a long time ago. This disaster resulted in the complete loss of civilization and fractured people into different factions that waged war on another for many centuries to follow. This period, known as the Dark Ages, was eventually ended by one such faction that was triumphant. They organized themselves to bring about order and justice to Sumeria, allowing for the rebuilding of society to begin. You probably know what I'm talking about, right? It's not the Bracer Guild, man. The Bracer Guild or Fisherman's Guild, it is the Septian Church. It was the Septian Church, wasn't it? It sure was. Good job paying attention in Sunday school. And around year 500 of the Septian calendar, the Septian Church emerged to spread the teaching of the sky goddess Aidios. Their intent was to provide aid to those in need. The church's influence grew powerful enough to establish themselves across Sumeria, so the nobles and knights who ruled during the Dark Ages could no longer ignore them. The effects of Aidios and their teaching can still be felt all across the continent to this day, as they're deeply rooted in our society. Good work on that one, Lloyd. Anyway, on to lucky number 7. The headquarters of the Septian Church is located in a city known as the Holy State of Arteria. The Holy City of Arteria is made of various administrative organizations that handle specific tasks, giving it a state-like structure. Among these organizations is one that handles the church's ceremonial rituals. You happen to know which organization I'm referring to? It's not the Guard, and it's not the Sacraments. It's probably Divine Worship. Is it the Congregation for Divine Worship? Bingo, good job. That was one tough cookie. Most priests found within chapels and cathedrals across the continent are part of this branch of the church. There's actually a cathedral located outside of the northern exit of the city that I offer their occasional prayer at. The Archbishop in charge there is also from the Congregation for Divine Worship. That was really tough. Can you feel the burn? We're almost there. On to the 8th question. As we all know, the Bracer Guild has branches all across the continent, but what I really want to know is where in Sumeria is its main headquarters located in? Not too difficult. We learned this in the 2nd game. Lemon State. It's in Lemon State, obviously. You're a layman, because right you are. Our headquarters can be found in Lemon State, alongside our biggest investors, the Epstein Foundation. In the event of a serious conflict, the HQ can mobilize a direct order for all bracers to mobilize. I see. And for the 9th question. You ever heard of that infamous thief that lives in Erebonia? It's a bit of a strange one. He steals precious works of art and then sends out coin cards with riddles on how to retrieve them. Also, his identity is hidden behind a mask. Apparently, people laud him as some kind of hero. Sounds a bit silly if you ask me, though. Anyway, I got a little off track there. Do you know what name this bad boy likes to go by? It is Phantom Thief B. It's Blue Blanc. I've actually heard of him before. Wasn't his name Phantom Thief B? Unbelievable! You got it right. Looks like you've done your foreign affairs homework. His infamy transcends the confines of Erebonia, as people across the continent have heard of his misdeeds. Nothing is safe from his grasp either. They've stolen anything ranging from rare paintings in museums to a whole friggin' tank. Rumor has it that he was recently running amok in Liberl. Who knows, maybe you'll run into him sooner than you think. Yeah, I definitely heard rumors. I'd like to avoid him if possible, though. It's time for the 10th and final question. Erebonia and Calvert have been at each other's throats over the rightful ownership of Liberl over Crustball State for a while now. They wage war against each other time and time again, causing grief and bloodshed for many innocent civilians. The situation became so severe that it was brought to the attention of Liberl's Queen Alicia. She proposed a treaty to end the conflict between the two nations. The treaty was signed 2 years ago by 3 nations, Liberl, Erebonia, and Calvert. If you truly cross Bell and then the answer to this question should be a no-brainer, right? It is the Non-Aggression Pact from the second game. Now we also learned that it was 2 years ago. Non-Aggression Pact. You're referring to the Non-Aggression Pact? And non-aggressive it was. That one should have been a gimme. The treaty was drafted with the intention of discussing conflicts between any of the 3 nations via diplomacy as opposed to war. Prior to the signing of the treaty, tensions were at an all-time high in Crustball State. I'll spare you most of the details, but both nations' armored divisions thought it appropriate to hold simultaneous military exercises at their borders. One single misstep could have had catastrophic consequences. I'm sure it would have triggered a full-scale war between the two of them. And so, Queen Alicia proposed this treaty as a means of preventing that from happening. We should all be extremely grateful to Liberl. They really saved our behinds. No way was going to get that one wrong. It's finally over. I was having so much fun. Good job getting through that. Oh, thank goodness it's finally over. Why don't we take a look at your score then? Was a perfect score. Your knowledge is in line with the junior braces at least. Looks like you got some potential in you after all. Well, that's a relief to know. Thank you very much. Wow, I didn't think you'd compliment me like that. Dude, I was on the edge of my seat the whole way through. I'm glad I could finally take a breather. I'm surprised Light managed to answer questions outside of his area of expertise too. I think I'll ask him to assist me with filling in missing information for the database. You guys are embarrassing me. Anyway, I have a little reward for you for getting all of those questions right. Are you sure we can have this? Yep, didn't think you stood a snowball's chance in Gehenna of doing so well. So think of this as my apology for underestimating you. It's all yours now, sweetie. Take it. Well, if you say so, thanks a lot. This concludes our little quiz. Now that that's done, you guys better bust your humps and work hard so us bracers can catch a breather every once in a while. Yes, sir, we'll do everything we can. Nice. That's another quest off the list. I didn't even know it existed, but I know we have the side quest to report though. This too. It's City Hall and the hotel. Here we are. Hello everyone, is the verification process going well? Yeah, we wrapped up a little while ago. We're here to submit the report. Lloyd handed over the corrected documents. Oh, you even included footnotes for each of the room numbers. Thank you so much. I'm sure Residential Affairs will be more than grateful for the help. I'd rather they worked on being a bit more organized with their documentation instead. All their mistakes had us on one serious wild goose chase. As we are not part of their organization, it may not be a place to comment, but the organization of the original documents was subpar at best. I'm truly sorry for the trouble. Essential Affairs tries their hardest to ensure complete accuracy in their documentation. However, Diet members are constantly putting pressure on them. I hope you will accept my apology on their behalf. No, that's okay. We may have been a little insensitive. Seems they have their own share of problems. Right, members of the Crossbone Diet can make life harder for a lot of people. Anyway, I'm glad we could be of assistance. I know it can get overwhelming at times, so please don't hesitate to contact us for help again. I agree. Assignments of similar nature should be no problem for us. Just say the word, I will be there. Thank you for the offer. But we should take you up on that when the time comes. Press complete. And now to the hotel, for the guys missing stuff. His room was over on this side, right? I think. In here. You said you lost 3 things, correct? Luckily, we were able to track them down. Here you are, and please don't drop them again, okay? You might want to buy a new bag so this doesn't happen again. You guys are miracle workers. This is definitely my stuff, and Hare was about to give up on ever finding them and head home. Excuse me, but how would you have gotten home without your wallet? Or your ticket, for that matter? You know what? You make a pretty good point there. Anyway, thanks for your help. Contacting the police was sort of a last-ditch option in my mind. I mean, you guys were great, but I haven't heard the best things about CPD. Like, I was really surprised when you 4 even showed up to help at all. Alright, see. I think I'm finally starting to get why this special support section was made. Isn't it wonderful, though? The feeling of helping out someone in need. At any rate, that should be it for this request. I want to return the quests, but that's also what the main quest is, so maybe the main quest will just start as soon as we enter. Let's try heading in and we'll see what happens. Oh, they didn't. Nice, then we can actually report the quest. Complete. You reached the CPD, this is Fran speaking. Well done, allow me to go over your reports. Fourteenth class, Bravery Badge. And make sure bonuses get transferred to you immediately. Thank you, please keep up the good work. Look at that. Guess we have to talk to Stargate now for the main quest. I want to check what the accessory is though. Strength, prevent seal. That's pretty good on him, honestly. And also, we need to split up the orb meds again. It's now like all of our quartz is on Lloyd, which is not the ideal thing here. He should have evade though. Maybe not HP, maybe give HP to like her. Actually, maybe we should go to the ornament store. I don't know if we have much though, because we spent most of it for money and stuff. We can try. I would want to get this. Damn. I would get more, and we've probably done the hard fight this prologue. Kind of crazy to think we're still in the prologue, but yeah, we are. Okay, let's see. The ones we only have one for, we'll make sure to give them that. Like this. They don't even have any more slots. We could give her like mind though. Or EP cut. There's healing, so EP cut. And here we can put in detection and mind, because why not? Let's go check out in there. Oh, you're back already? Managed to stop those delinquents? Well, about that, I think the situation might be a bit more complicated than expected. How so? Lloyd explained everything that they had learned to Chief Stargate. Interesting. Chief? Alright. I'll leave everything concerning this case to you lot then. Wait, what? What do you mean by that exactly? Whether you're willing to continue the investigation is entirely up to you. You won't be getting any info about the Ravish out of me either. You have to dig out for it on your own. How are we supposed to... If I told you to stop the investigation, would you follow orders? What? The Mafia being involved in this case already overcomplicates things. As your supervisor, the most logical step for me is to order you to close the case immediately. Now, is that what you want me to do? No. If we gave up now, we'd just leave a bad taste in my mouth. Randy's right, especially after learning as much as we have. I agree as well. Well, I suppose if you never kids slept up and got yourselves hurt on my watch, I'd have a hard time sleeping at night. So I'll do you a favor and introduce a trusted consultant of mine. Consultant? Sergey handed over a business card to Lloyd. Grimwood Law Office. Something about that name rings a bell. It's located over on West Street. Run by a lawyer named Ian. Big bearded guy. Oh, near the bakery, right? I remember talking to him a couple of times when I lived in the area. I've heard of him too. Mr. Grimwood mainly provides legal consultations to corporations and other businesses, right? I believe he also offers his services to ordinary citizens too. That's right. Between his beard and his build, the guy almost looks like a bear, so people have taken him to calling Grizzly Grim. I'm sure he's got a lot of info on the Mafia. Who knows? He might even have a new intel that even the CPD doesn't know. Really? That is quite impressive. Just what kind of guy is this lawyer? You'll find out when you meet him. I've spoken with him previously about SSS-related matters. He'll at least hear you out if you tell him you're with the Special Support Section. I figure if nothing else, this will be a good opportunity for you to go introduce yourselves. Understood, we'll check in with him. West Street is just around the corner. Everyone okay with paying this law office a visit? Of course, shall we head out? Let's do it. Shall we talk to him again? Alright. Can we, sleep in our room? We can. I just noticed we didn't have full HP. I don't know if we're gonna be fighting or whatever, but good to have. We're here then. Grimwood Law Office. I believe this is the place. Yeah, I've seen its owner around the neighborhood before. I had no idea he was such a prestigious lawyer, though. Well then, Mr. Grimwood, I'm sure we'll speak again in the future. Of course, I'll be here. Can't your division do anything more to solve this, though? We should think a little more about how this would impact the citizens. Currying favor with the populace is not my responsibility. If you'll excuse me. You four. Is something the matter? Ah, I see. So you're those pups that Sergey decided to adopt. Come again? Hold on, that badge, you work for the CPD too? Who I am isn't important to you. Imagine you're here to speak with Mr. Grimwood about something. Whatever it is, I hope you don't intend on wasting his time. Unlike you useless rookies, he's a busy man. Excuse me? What was his problem? He looked like a detective for one of the investigative divisions. He appeared to be the arrogant type. Maybe, but I get the feeling Specs there can hold his own. Did you notice the weapon strapped under his left arm? Wait, he had a weapon? I didn't even see it. Impressive observation, Randy. I detected it by sensors. He carried a large handgun, military grade, I believe. Yeah, sounds about right. Dang, guys. You two are amazing. It was nothing. I just managed to catch it out of the corner of my eye. More importantly, should we not head inside and greet the lawyer? Alright. Joy's very busy, but we should still go ahead and introduce ourselves. Forget something, detective. Oh, pardon me. I mistook you for someone else. Welcome to Grimwood Law Office. How can I help you today? No need to hold back. If you have a question, ask away. You're probably quite young. Have you gotten in trouble with some loans? Or perhaps you're looking to open a business together? Come now, ask me anything. No, sir, it's nothing like that. This guy's got a lot of energy for an old man. This is the famous Christopher Grimm. I see the rumors are true. Hold on. Now that I'm taking a closer look at you, I can't help but feel as I've seen you somewhere before, young man. Are you one of the kids that used to live in this neighborhood? Do you remember me? That's right, I lived in one of the apartment complexes here about 3 years ago. Allow me to properly introduce myself. My name is Lloyd Bannings. So you did live here. Yes, that explains why you look so familiar. Wait. Bannings? Then could you be Guy Bannings' younger brother? Yeah, I am. You knew my brother then? More than just knew him, Never mind, I suppose you're here to discuss something important. Come on in. You can fill me in on the details once we take a seat. Oh, and where are my manners? I am Ian Grimwood, lawyer and head of this law firm. I see. I was wondering when I would meet the special support section that Stargate told me was putting together. Oh yes, now that I think about it, I read an article in the Crossville Times about you. You certainly showed diligence and spunk right out of the gate, didn't you? Well, they sure took some liberties with that article. So Guy's younger brother is a police officer now too. My, how wonderful. I can only imagine this is ADS as well. Mr. Grimwood, can I ask you what your relationship was with my brother? Well, the same one I expect you and I will now have. Guy used to drop by occasionally to share and exchange all sorts of information with me. As I'm sure you know, he was an incredibly talented detective. So I'd wager he ended up helping me far more than I was able to help him. Wait a moment. Lloyd, your older brother is a detective? The hell, man, why didn't you tell us about him? Sorry guys, I guess this never came up. Besides, Guy is no longer with us. You mean, he was killed in the line of duty? About 3 years ago now. Oh, that explains why you left Crossbell. What happened to Guy was truly tragic. Believe it or not, I conducted my own investigation into that particular incident. Sadly, any leads that may exist eluded me. Is that so? Well, let's put that aside for now. It's not what we've come to here today. Mr. Grimwood, we've explained the situation to you. Is there anything you can share with us pertaining to Ravash or its recent activities? Ravash, There's a name surrounded by nothing but sinister rumors, illegal dealings with both the Empire and Republic, the selling of stolen goods, mirror laundering, weapon trafficking, and even operating as the middleman for hiring Jaegers. I'd say it's more than likely they take advantage of Crossbell's unique situation to aid them in each and every one of their long list of crimes. What do you mean by unique situation? What he means is, while trade and commerce have grown exponentially over the past few years, Crossbell's political foundation is quickly deteriorating, right? Well put. Crossbell politics are currently in an extremely fragile state. The majority of politicians choose to align themselves with either the Empire or Republic, and are nothing more than greedy, power-hungry leeches. Even if some kind of legislation to crack down on rubbish was proposed, it would never pass. There are simply too many Diet members in their pocket. For real? Damn. Fortunately, he's correct. The number of Diet members tied to the Mafia is higher than I'd like to admit. That's likely the main reason the police can't touch them. The issue seems complicated, or perhaps I'm simply too young to understand. Oh, sorry. Does this mean Ravash can commit any crime they want with no repercussions? No, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. If the government were to turn a blind eye to any obvious crimes on their part, I'm sure it would send Crossbellans and our surrounding nations into an uproar. Therefore, Ravash has been very careful to avoid directly interfering with the citizens' daily lives. However, as long as they don't actually cross that line, the CPD won't lay a finger on them. They've overlooked so many of Ravash's smaller crimes that they can't see what they've all added up to. This can't be real. Reality ain't so pretty. Behind all this series of neon lights, there are demons lurking in the shadows. I can only wonder what sort of information is inside those highly classified documents. Anyway, that's essentially all I know about the Ravash. However, I need to maintain that the situation with the Mafia has taken a turn. Really? Could you explain? I hear that even the CPD has only just acquired this intel, but apparently a new faction strong enough to oppose Ravash has recently surfaced. And by all accounts, they're quite powerful indeed. New faction? Surely it's not the Bracer Guild, right? No, this new faction isn't a threat to Ravash because they're looking to bring them to justice. They're a threat because they're in the same line of business. You see, there's a powerful organization that operates out of the Republic's eastern corner, and it's already managed to worm its way into Crossbell. What? You're certain of this? Yes, previous rumors of this organization turned out to be true, so I have no reason to be skeptical now. They're called Hayu. Just recently, a new commercial unit registered under the name of Hayu Trading opened for business in the Harbor District. Hayu? The name certainly seems to be of Eastern origins. If things go south, it may be a war between the two organized crime groups. Petty fights we've seen between the street gangs would be nothing compared to that. You're absolutely right. At the very least, there haven't been overt signs of the dispute between the two groups just yet. However, I wouldn't be surprised if they began battling each other outside of the public eye. The First Division seems to be keeping a close eye on the whole thing. You don't say. Those men with the glasses were left right where we arrived was. Yes, that was Detective Dudley from the First Division. Coincidentally, he was asking me the questions on the same topic. A coincidence indeed. Good. You went quiet all of a sudden. Let me guess you noticed something. I still need time to sort it all outside my head though. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to find the lead we need to move forward with our investigation. I'm just glad I could be of assistance. Sergey's always been a tremendous help to me, so personally I'll be praying for your success. If you ever run into any problems, you're welcome to stop by here anytime. What's the next course of action? Should we go back to the SSS building and sort through all the information we gathered? Good idea. Before we do that, now's the time to wrap up any unfinished business we still have to take care of. If my hunch about the truth of this incident is correct, well, let's just say we're in for a bumpy ride. We just have to buckle up then, won't we? Anyhow, let's head back to the base once we've crossed off everything on our to-do list. Sounds good? Yes, it does. Let's make haste. We already did all the quests. Not just the main quests left. So it's if we would want to buy anything, but I don't think we do. We can make a save in case, though, but I think we're good. Okay, let's head down then. What's that? A message, maybe? There's a note stuck to the bulletin board. I got some errands to run. Wrap up the case however you see fit. Sorry, game. I guess he stepped out. Who wants to bet that he ran away because the case seemed like a pain in the ass? We cannot rule out that possibility. Well, at the very least, we can give him permission to solve this case however we like. So with that in mind, what's our next step? Should we review what we know? Yeah, definitely. To start the meeting, inspect the exclamation mark at the table. Yes, let's get started. Get this meeting started. First off, we should remove all info that's relevant to the case. The incident took place around midnight, 5 days ago. Members of both the Saber Vipers and Testaments were each ambushed by unknown assailants. However, the attacks occurred at 2 different locations in the city's downtown district. Here and here. And the Testaments members were attacked in the alleyway to the west, and the Saber Vipers got messed up in front of Ignis, which is towards the east. In other words, the attacks happened at the opposite ends of the area. Exactly, by spacing them this far apart, it prevented each group from immediately learning about the attack on the other. Both gangs took their wounded members directly back to their respective bases, and the victims were moved to the hospital the next day. Weren't the victims transported there in the same ambulance? Yeah, I can only imagine how much of a shock that was to the paramedics. The gangs, however, wouldn't be aware of the ambulance passengers. Consequently, each group came to the conclusion that they were attacked by the other, which is what we confirmed today. Yeah, the only answer makes sense is that a third party was involved. Unless both groups rehearsed their accounts, chances of either group being responsible for attacking the other is pretty slim. Agreed. Based on the evidence so far, it's safe to assume the attacks were the work of some third party. All we can do now is consider all the possibilities and rule out the ones that don't seem feasible. We already have an idea of what the third party might be, isn't that right, Lloyd? Yeah. They're the ones in control of Crossbut's criminal underbelly, the notorious mafia, the Ravish & Co. According to the intel Grace shared with us, someone spotted mafiosos sleeping around the downtown district a couple of weeks ago. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to verify the credibility of that. But for now, let's continue the review with the assumption that Ravish was responsible for both attacks. But that just brings us to the next question. What was their motive? Exactly. Figuring out the answer to that is crucial. If we can't figure out their motive, we're all the way back to square one. Motive, huh? Is there any conflict of interest between the Mafia and 2 gangs? There must be some line that connects these 3 dots together. I imagine you already have some idea what it is, don't you, Lloyd? Well, I can't say with absolute certainty, of course. but I think there's at least one thing that might connect these three factors. Wasi, Wald, or presence of Hayu? Well, it's not the gangs. We already established that, so let's go with Hayu. The only realistic possibility that comes to mind is Hayu. Alright, our grizzly friend mentioned them, didn't he? That definitely feels like the most likely possibility for now. In that case though, what about Hayu connects these three? In order for them to be connected, there must be some necessity. For example, was it this connection with Hayu that made the attacks against the two gangs unavoidable? Yeah, that would explain everything. Oh? What you thinking? Well, about the necessity you mentioned. What do you think Ravage would do if they found out Hayu was trying to establish a foothold in Crossball? Well, I imagine they would want to build up their forces pronto, recruit more people and upgrade their weaponry, you know? Ravage should have no problem in getting new weapons, given their known smuggling operations. But how do they go about recruiting people? Good question. Normally you'd hire Jaegers, but that's unlikely in Crossball's case, given the scrutiny the neighboring countries put on us. As long as the non-aggression pact stands, Ereboni and Calvert would never overlook unauthorized Jaegers entering the state. The two Diet factions representing them would likely react this exact way too. But that's it. Now, could the Mafia be recruiting the gang members? Hot-blooded and more or less disciplined. I can't think of a more perfect pool of candidates to beef up the Mafia's presence in the city. But there are certain individuals in each gang preventing that, aren't there? Right. I could never see Wasi cooperating with the Mafia. And I doubt Wald would bow down to any kind of authority, even Ramesh. He's not the type of person who would allow others to boss him around. So Ramesh realizes this and plots to weaken the two gangs, intending to swoop in later and bag the remaining members. Hell, that must be it. Remember, this is all nothing more than a theory. All we've done is bring together the facts and try to make sense of them. Oh, look at you being all modest. I think your analysis of the situation isn't too far from the truth, Lloyd. Your reasoning was sound and logical. Clearly, your detective certifications were well earned. Thanks, guys, I appreciate it. So everyone, our next move should be to explain our theory to those two, don't you think? Those two? Hey, you don't mean... I sure do. Wald Wales and the Wasi Hemisphere. Leaders of the Saber Vipers and the Testament. Station Street, near where the construction materials are stored. Asking me to come here alone in the middle of the damn night? Who do these police brat thinks they're dealing with? Is that the last train bound for Calvert? Yes, I believe it was. Was he? Good evening, Wald. What a beautiful night to bathe in the mystic's moonlight, wouldn't you agree? Oh, this is rich. You pretended to be one of those CPD pipsqueaks to catch me off guard. You must think you're so damn clever. Fine, bring it on, pretty boy. If you're looking for a fight, I'm more than happy to give you one. Let's end this. You know I'm always up for a bit of a late-night wrestling, but alas, I am but a mere guest at this rendezvous. The hell does that mean? You'll see soon. They just arrived. It's you, punks. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. Oh no, it's a pleasure to be here. So what's this fun anecdote you promised to share with us? Well, I don't know if fun is the right word exactly, but I'm sure you both find it interesting at least. Hold the phone. Anecdotes? Fun? What the hell are you two going on about? Oh well, you're such a simpleton. What do you... Surely you remember the incidents that occurred 5 nights ago. You're here to tell us who they believe the culprit was, obviously. The culprit? What do you mean? Impressive deduction, was he? I assume you already had your own suspicions. Well, at first, I wondered if one of my members had perhaps acted on the line. But as I started to sort things out, I realized that something was off about the whole situation. That goes for the Saber Viper side too. Sadly, that's as far as my deductions could take me. I see. That makes things easier to explain at least. Always. I know there are still gaps in our theory. Still, would you listen to what we found so far? Fine. Keep it short. Waste a minute of my time and I'll bash that baby face of yours in. And that's what we've come to with the information on our hand. I'd like to hear each of your thoughts on it. Wow, how unexpected. I think that we played right into the Mafia's hands. Does that mean you agree with Lloyd's theory? But of course, After all, Ravish sent some of their agents to visit us already. They asked us to work for them, promising us the moon and stars for our service. Needless to say, I immediately turned them down and sent them on their merry way. Huh, interesting. That's the saddest things for one of them. So, Wald, I assume the Mafia paid you a social call as well? Yeah, about a month ago. They were acting all high and mighty, so I decided to show them what real strength looked like, send them packing real fast. Can't believe they actually had the balls to pull a fast one on me like this. Bossy, I'm postponing our duel. First, I gotta warm up by crushing the smug mugs of those mobsters. Wait, you can't. Short a temper. Calm down, Wald. Acting recklessly will just lead to... The last time was merely jest, but you really are a simpleton. Say that again. You know perfectly well that you don't stand a chance against the Mafia on your own. Just imagine it, the leader of the Saber Vipers, Wald Wales, waltzing into the Mafia site like a pig to slaughter. You won't stand a chance. Shut it, we don't know what will happen until I try. Maybe you could survive. But what about your poor little Vipers? Can they catch bullets with their teeth? What do you propose we do then, you bony wise ass? You really expect me to just sit here and swallow the shame of having our men hurt like that, huh? Of course I don't. I believe that only a small part of the Mafia was actually involved in this little scheme. As such, there's no need to take the whole organization on, just a handful of them who have it coming. I know just a way to get our revenge and ensure they never show their face in the downtown district ever again. I'll require your help though, Wald. You need my help. Hold on, you two. What are you planning? If you do anything to break the law... Oh, relax. If anything illegal happens, you'll be right there to stop it. After all, you're helping too. We're doing what now? Isn't it your responsibility to resolve the conflict brewing in the downtown district? I claim that makes it your obligation to gently persuade the Mafia into leaving all of us down there alone. For good. Do correct me if I'm wrong, Lloyd. Well, what exactly is Watson talking about? I do not quite understand either. Looks to me like he's about to sink his fangs into poor Lloyd. Remember, it was you who bothered to call us out here to share your grand theory. Isn't it only natural to see this case through? Three days passed since then. The confrontation between the rival gangs died down, fortunately. The downtown district was enveloped in an atmosphere so tranquil it bordered on eerie. Then... it's way too quiet around here. We went through all that effort and those dummies still haven't torn each other apart. Don't you worry, those guys are doused in gasoline at this point. One small spark and everything will be up in flames. Those Moors won't even know what hit them. All we gotta do is find another underling or two and beat the crap out of them. Blue or red, it doesn't matter. As soon as you see one, you kick his ass. And for your sake, you better not get caught. Use a slingshot for a Saber Viper and just bash one of the Testaments guys from behind. Got it. Let the hunt begin, boys. One tiny blue Benny down. What a dumbass fell right into our trap. We don't got time to waste. Rough him up, boys. Just be sure you don't kill him. This is just business, no hard feelings, okay? Think again. What? What the hell? Man, I'm honestly a little shocked. I really didn't think you'd fall into our trap so easily. Who the hell is this guy? To tell you the truth, I'd be fine with cuffing you all and taking you down to the precinct already. But I'm not sure the force would just find this one string of operation sufficient evidence to hold you. So I'll have to let you go this time. Oh crap, don't tell me this guy's with... He's a cop? And not to worry, boys, he's just a special helper. Dude, are you serious? How the hell did they fall for this? Lloyd's predictions were impeccable. Are you alright, Lloyd? Yeah, I'm fine. Putting that shock absorbing pad under my hood was definitely a good call though. Damn it. They're around to us. Since when? Well then, gentlemen, that raises the question, what will be your next move? Surrender peacefully now, and I may be merciful towards your misdeeds. Or if you'd prefer, we can do the hunting this time. That may prove entertaining. Damn. Quick, split up. Hey, hold on. Two of you come with me. Wassy? Hey, hold on a sec. Crap. What should we do, Lloyd? Who's the strongest to come with me? Randy, probably. We're calling Randy. Randy, come with me. Ellie, to you. I'll leave the other group to you. You got it. Roger. Damn it, I can't believe those little brats from the police are involved. I need to contact headquarters and request backup. Hold on. If the boss finds us, we screwed up, he'll... Damn. Fine, then we should at least... Where do you punk guys think you're going? What? Where'd they get here? Checkmate. Indeed, it's up to Lloyd and Randy now. Damn those morons. Don't got much choice now, we'll have to go from the back. A valiant effort, but no dice. Where'd you come from? Jump for it. We've got nowhere else to run now. Poor guys have no idea what's about to hit them. Sorry to disappoint, but our fun little game of cops and robbers has come to an end. Surely you realize your best option is to surrender, no? Look at you, cocky little brats. You think you're so damn smart? Well, we're about to show you what happens when you force professionals to get serious. But I hope you live to regret it. Seems they want to fight after all. Well, I, for one, am happy to oblige. I continue to count on your support, right, Lloyd? Funnily enough, I almost said the same thing. Let's do this. Bring it on. We need to get these two scanned. Yeah, neither one is scanned right now. That's one scan. It's good that we had two scopes with us. We need to make sure to buy that next. Does he have healing? He does. That's good. Good heal. Great heal even. I think attacking is just the best play here. Oh damn, that did like no damage. Honestly, let's take the heal just so we take the turn. What is Wassi's crap? Speed down 50%. That's very, very good. Alright, we don't actually have any healing really, which is a shame. He's gotta heal himself. Whoa, that damage. We should be able to do two heals in a row now. Actually, no, it's only one. And he's gonna die. I can't reach the other guy. No, I was just about to... We're gonna die here, I think. It means we have to scan them again, I think. They hurt so much. Yeah, let's just die. That's good dodge. We have to scan them again. No, I don't think we do. Okay, that's good for multi tries at least. If we ever do die, we know we can... heal himself, I think. He missed, that's very good. Let's focus this guy down because he does AoE. And that... Okay, come on. What am I supposed to do against that? He just chose to kill me. And kill me he did. And that just killed me for full HP in one turn. I thought this he was strong. He's really not. Yeah, I guess if I knew this fight was coming up, I could have prepared a bit more, but I didn't really get the chance now. Heal yourself, please. Okay, good. That didn't kill him. I think that speed reduction is gonna pay off here. Oh, and they just use 400 damage in one hit. And I have no revives, because it's too early in the game for that. Well, this probably kills him at least. No, it did like no damage. Damn. Heal that. Heal him. No, we're dead. They're so tanky. Like, look at the damage I'm doing. This is with bot weapons and everything. So for the difficulty in this game, it's very weird. Like, I played Nightmare on the third game too, but this is like insane. We're the same level as them and everything. I gotta start healing already, but that means I do no damage. I don't know if I can stop them from having that turn there with the crit. Which means they just kill me pretty much. Yeah, they one-shot him. It's crazy difficult. Like, bad difficult levels we're talking. At least with the restart offset that was in the third game, you could, like, if you didn't wanna do obscene grinding, you could just not. Guess I should have had S-Craft ready, but how was I supposed to know there would be a mega boss battle? We're gonna try different strats here until we get it, I guess. I wanted to attack him. That's why I'm buffing him and everything. But they're not. They're not doing what I want them to do. What? He had a defense buff and he still took 700 damage in one hit. I don't know if we can beat this, and I don't want to go back. It's so boring doing that. Like, wow, how fun. We go back and grind to be able to kill the main stuff that you can't lose again. Because we need S-Craft on everyone, then we might have had a chance, but it feels so weird. If we kill one, we might be well. Then we're like one. That's basically victory, getting one of them down. Oh, that's a good dodge. Kind of unfortunate getting hit there, but I don't have any like special things I can do. I think best thing I can do is just arch on him. I should be able to take the crit turn here, though. It only hits one, but still, it should be good. It was pretty good. Like, he's almost dead. Oh, he got one. Okay, we should be good now. Don't let down our guard, though. Yeah, I knew he was gonna do that, so I started healing myself already. I think we won now. It's gonna take a little bit to kill it, but even a team rush. There we go. I don't even know what made us win, though. It didn't really feel like it was my thing. It was just kind of like RNG or something. I didn't play much better that time. Yeah. Damn kids. I knew they were going to be pushovers, but that was tough. Like, I had one hell of a gun. It seemed military grade to me. But good merit was made in Erebonia. I'm sure that's just one of the many kinds of weapons their group smuggles. By the way, Lord, I must say you played your part as bait to perfection. The dramatic confrontation and fall looks so real it had me on the edge of my seat. Well, your plan didn't give me much of a choice, did it? I wasn't about to let anybody else put themselves in harm's way. Man, that was your reason for putting yourself in the crosshairs? Don't know if I should say you're a nice guy or just a sucker. Sorry. The soft-hearted nature of yours is sure to cause problems in the future. Although, I don't necessarily find that to be part of you to be a turn-off. Huh? Anyway, I was able to extract my revenge, and it was all thanks to your help. Your cooperation has been much appreciated. You cocky little... Where did you get off acting like you won? Now you're done it, you sons of bitches. From this day on, you've made an enemy of Ravish. You damn rookies will be ruined today. All of the Diet members are on our payroll. Don't think you'll be able to get away scot-free. Is that what you think? What? Looks like you haven't taken your lesson to heart yet. You plan I'm gonna hang you dumbasses upside down like a bunch of punching bags and beat the absolute piss out of you. Please. Wait, well, that's going too far. Not to worry, you can leave the rest to us. Well, I'm trying not to get too carried away, okay? These guys are professionals after all. They could bite back even stronger next time if you mess with them too much. Whatever. How about this, boys? Why don't we keep this friendly spat to ourselves? Without pros like yourselves would want your bosses to find out you got your asses handed to you by a bunch of brats like us. Such a pathetic report wouldn't go over well now, would it? Get bent, asshole. You'd be too under if we were taking you seriously. My, I'm no lawyer, but if you ask me, it'd probably be in best interest to buy out now. Grace, what are you doing here? I've been keeping my eyes peeled for my favorite new rookies these past few days. And much to my expectation, what an absolute feast of information you've given me. Oh boy, I'm dying to write up a riveting tale in my next article about this unlikely operation. Why, you're just some bitch from the local rag. You think you can take Ravish on, huh? Well, circumstances are more complicated than I care for, so I won't reveal your names. However, if you bad boys are caught pulling another stunt like this, I can't make any promises. Fine, whatever, we'll be going now. But if you don't keep your word lately... Yeah, standard issue threat, got it. To be fair though, you're the ones that should be worrying about keeping your promises. We wouldn't want to be in hot water, would we? Crossed the line again and the little birdie told me you might find the braziers on your tails. What? Bracers? Just a little FYI, Arius was strongly considering taking over this case. Naturally, being as in demand as he is, he was totally up to his naked request. He figured to leave it in your guys' hands this time. Is that true? He's keeping tabs on us, eh? That appears to be the case. Oh hell no. As if we'd ever been moronic enough to make an enemy of Arius McLean. There's no point in staying in this dump any longer. We're out of here. Oh boy, Arius McLean, the Divine Blade of Wind. I heard my fair share about his exploits, but I don't think the name alone would be enough to send the Mafia packing. To hell with this shit. Screw it, show's over, boys. Get your asses moving, we're leaving. Yeah. I must say I couldn't have done it without your help. So I'm assuming this means mission accomplished for you? Yeah, I suppose so. Though I guess our original mission was only to stop that one fight between your gangs a few days ago. Anyway, you shouldn't have a reason to go to war with Walden anymore, right? What are you going on about now? What? Whether the Mafia is involved or not, it's not like our relations with the Saber Vipers are going to change overnight. We're still going to view each other as a blight on our territory, that won't change. Sure, there probably won't be another large conflict between us for a while, but our regular scuffles are bound to continue, no doubt about it. Now hold on now. If you don't want the future fights to get out of hand, you're more than welcome to stop by and intervene when the time comes. Perhaps you could even join in on our amicable little disputes. I'd welcome you with loving arms. I don't get the impression he's just joking in the slightest. Well then, I wish you sweet dreams, everyone. Let us return, Anubis. Our crusade has ended, let us withdraw. Yes, sir. What an incorrigible group of men. Leave them be, they're just a bunch of hot-headed dudes around for a fight. Nothing you can really do about it. For once, you might be right. More importantly, we've successfully resolved our mission. Isn't that right, Lord? Yeah, for sure. It just doesn't feel very satisfying for some reason. We're still not good enough. We had to rely on someone else to finish the job again. How's that? Did I nail it? Well, what a useless petty pride. There's nothing wrong with accepting a little help in times like these. How else are you going to uncover the full truth? Only once you understand this can you truly call yourself a detective. Just like your brother. Huh? Well, I think it's time for me to head on home now. I gotta go exfoliate. You'd be surprised how much I work to keep my skin this flawless. Anyway, night-night. Man, your brother was pretty famous, huh, Lloyd? Judging from what I've heard, it sounds like he was an extremely talented individual. When he was on the job, there weren't a lot of people that could outrank him when it came to proactiveness and persistence. At any rate, our mission is accomplished. Let's return to the SSS building and give Chief Sargi a report. I think you get the picture. I guess you guys did pretty okay for a bunch of rookies, huh? You pulled what little experience each of you have and found a way through. Thank you, sir. That is a compliment, right? Anyway, I'm sure you caught a glimpse of it during the case. The thorny, problematic side of Crossbow. Well, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a pain in the ass. Crossbow's seedy underbelly, a complicated hotbed of corruption, hidden just below the surface. It's true. Let me just remind you guys that the people over at the CPD headquarters are anything but incompetent. Sure, some idiots decide to trade away their dignity for bribes, but most of our detectives are pretty damn capable. They got morals and a sense of justice. However, they're often stopped by certain barriers. Politicians and public officials who sold their honor to the Mafia, for example. So how about it, Lloyd? You ready to turn in your badge and become a bracer? No, sir. These barriers are the reason the Special Support Section was established, right? Oh? Protect civilians above all else. The Bracer's code is admirable, but it has its own limitations. Some problems can't be solved by that alone. Smuggling and illegal arms stealing, sale of stolen goods and mirror laundering, collusion between the Mafia and government officials. These are all problems that lie outside the Bracer's jurisdiction. It's got a point. Saving the power of the supporting gauntlet has its limitations. However, as police officers, we have the power to right these wrongs. Countless barriers may stand in our way, but the possibility of getting over them isn't zero. He's right. We, as the SSS, can create opportunities others can't for true change in Crossbow. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it? Yeah, but hopefully I'm not being too optimistic. I do think that reality is not as simple as you make it out to be. However, I agree that the possibility is never zero. Take a look at this guy, would ya? Dueling with the head of a delinquent group, volunteering as bait to lure the Mafia. Here I had you painted as a serious type, but it turns out you're hot-blooded as they come. I'm not really sure if hot-blooded is the right word, Randy. Still, working with all of you on the last case helped me realize this. While it's true that we're still inexperienced, as long as we stick together, no matter how high they may be, there isn't a single barrier we can't overcome. Nerd. Well, how about that? Perhaps the cheesiest speech yet? You don't have to laugh that hard, Chief. You think I have my head in the clouds, don't you? I think you're fine the way you are. While it's true that the SSS was created under some complicated circumstances, it's your guys' job to decide where we go from here. Use this division however you see fit. Chief, I may not be able to give you much direct assistance with your missions, but if you end up pulling some crazy stunt and take off HQ, I can at least toss you a bone and cover for you guys. I appreciate it, Chief. I see you prefer a laissez-faire approach. Chief, being understanding is one thing, but this is getting close to carelessness, Chief. Perhaps laziness is more apt. Just one of the perks of being a no-good adult. Will this SNES remain a pale imitation of the Bracer gun? Or will it become something new? Something that creates new possibilities for the city? I, for one, am going to kick back with a cigarette and watch the fireworks. Prologue end. Getting a bunch of bonus stuff. You've been promoted. Information coins. Let's save that. Continue. Seems like yet another rough month, Arius. It's fine. Nothing new as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, I'm here regarding my payment. No problem. Via IBC as usual, I assume. Look, seeing as the man will give me all this request, I'm sure the last person to talk. But maybe you should consider reducing your workload just a teensy bit. I can only imagine how lonely poor Shizuku must be. Oops, sorry. Said I wouldn't bring this up anymore, didn't I? That reminds me. Headquarters contacted me again. They keep bugging me to get you to accept the offer. Are they seriously still at it? They've rejected their offer numerous times already. How many more will it take? Well, can you blame them? I'm sure they're just desperate to find someone to fill the gaping hole Cassius Bright left when he quit. Didn't you two train under the same master? Basically equals when you look at your stats with the guild, so hurry up and accept already. While that may be true on paper, we're completely different people. Unlike Cassius, I haven't solved any conflict on an international scale. To be honest, even being considered his equal is far more than I deserve. Oh, don't give me any of that. We both know that isn't true. What about the case of Remiferia? The Grand Prince himself presented you with a Medal of Honor. If you ask me, that's more than enough for qualification. I have to disagree. I never truly resolved the issue. I may have prevented the immediate disaster, but Masterman's responsible is still out there. I'd actually intended to refuse the medal. Gosh, Darius, you're a regular stick in the mud, you know that? Come on, accepting the promotion will drop your workload a little bit. You've done over 100 requests this month alone for idiots' sake. That can't be healthy. Well, I certainly don't feel like I bit off more than I could chew. Traveling for work isn't nearly as strenuous now that there are more trains and flights coming in and out of the city. And besides, those two bracers transferring here should help reduce my workload a bit. Oh, you mean those kiddies? I suppose you're right. They might be rookies, but I see a lot of potential in them. And at the very least, they'll be much more dependable than those kids in the special support section. Hello, anyone home? Oh, would you speak of the devil? Come on in, we're upstairs. Oh, on the second floor? Gotcha. Thanks for having us. Look at that. Hey, Michelle. Holy smoke, Arius is here too? I'm glad we managed to catch you while you're in. Yes, it's quite a lucky coincidence. It's been 3 months or so, hasn't it? I'm glad to see you both doing well. I never imagined we'd be seeing you two transferring to our little branch. This is just fantastic. Now that you're both here, we'll have Crosspoke cleaned up in no time flat. We may be good, but we're not that good. We'll do our best to live up to your expectations. Oh, but where are our manners? We should officially introduce ourselves. Estelle Bright, Senior Bracer. Joshua Bright, also a Senior Bracer. Officially reporting for duty at Bracer's Guild Crosspoke branch. There we go. Now we're starting to see how the games tie together. Chapter 1, Afternoon of the Wolves. Chief's show is late. I'd like to start our morning meeting soon if we can. I really don't think we can begin without him. I would have slept in if I knew we'd just be waiting around. Waking up at noon, hitting the casino, letting the good times roll till the wee hours. That's the life. The life of a hopeless reprobate. Sorry I'm late, everyone. Chief Starkey, good morning, sir. Good morning. Shall we start the meeting now? No need. Just got a call from HQ. You guys have been assigned a special mission today. Congrats. A special mission? I'm getting some bad vibes already. It's similar to the previous one. Don't look at me. They didn't give me any details. You'll have to go to the main CPD building and find out yourselves. Your client will be waiting for you there. Police headquarters 3F. Well, here we are again for another visit to with my Vice Commissioner Jackass. I can only imagine what he wants to bitch us about this time. Remember that we were told this was about a client waiting for us. I think it's safe to say he didn't call us here to complain. I have a sinking feeling he will find a reason to scroll us regardless. You know what you mean. We can't let it get to us, though. Lord Banning's reporting in. The special sports section has arrived. Come in. Excuse us. Oh, I recognize that uniform. The Crossbow Guardian Force, right? Ah, hell. My, is that how you greet a former superior officer, Randy Orlando? Care to elaborate on any hidden meanings behind that outburst of yours? Oh no, I was just surprised to see you here, that's all. You two know each other? Your reaction is that of a man with a guilty conscience. No, show some respect, you four. This here is Lieutenant Colonel Sonia Biles, Deputy Commander of the CGF. Deputy Commander of the Guardian Force. Please forgive her misbehavior. Lieutenant Colonel is one of the higher ranks in the military chain of command. She's that distinguished. We have no friggin' idea. She is the CGF second in command after all. Taking into account her expertise and how much she's got in the force, she might as well be in charge. Eddie's detectives. So you're the special sports section I heard so much about? Yes, ma'am. We were told you were looking to submit a support request with us, is that right? You should feel honored, rookies. It's unheard of for useless greenhorns like yourselves to be called upon by the Deputy Commander herself. Vice Commissioner Peer, allow me to handle it from here. But, understood, I'll leave it in your capable hands, ma'am. Thank you. Allow me to formally introduce myself. My name is Sonia Bales, Deputy Commander of the Crossbow Guardian Force. I came here to ask the Special Support Section to lend us your expertise in a particular matter. Let me begin with a brief overview of the situation. An investigation of monster attacks? That's correct, Detective. Several occasions throughout Crossbow have reported similar cases of monster attacks over the past month. We'd like for your division's cooperation in investigating this matter. Wait just a moment, please. You want us to investigate attacks that have been happening outside of Crossbow City? You take issue with that? No, ma'am, not at all. Ma'am, if I'm not mistaken, the CGF is already conducting its own investigation into the matter, correct? Considering that, is there even room for us to help? Yes, plenty in fact. Too many questions remain unanswered to write this off as ordinary monster attacks. As much as I hate to admit, our investigators have hit a dead end. Therefore, I'm hoping the investigation will benefit from a different point of view. Different point of view? A trained detective's, to be exact, one that will differ greatly from a guardsman's. By that reasoning, however, I wouldn't specifically need a special sports section. I could have, for example, gone to the renowned 1st Division for their assistance instead. Well, I would love to introduce you to them, but as you know, they're preoccupied with their duties. As you can see, a number of unforeseen circumstances have led us to seeking the aid of the SSS. Are there any objections? No, ma'am. We'll gladly accept your request and aid you in your ongoing investigation. How exactly would you like us to assist? Certainly, Mayor Seeker. Yes, ma'am. Here you are. Oh, thank you. Wait, she seems... something wrong. I'm fine, my apologies. I can't help but feel like I've seen her somewhere before. Monster damage report. A report. It appears to be a case file from the CGF. Correct, it contains all of our findings thus far. We'd prefer if you began your investigation having only read that file. Doing so will eliminate unwanted bias from your work. I see. In that case, we'll look through it as soon as we're done here. We'll leave it in your capable hands. Well, I suppose we'll have to excuse ourselves for now. We'll establish a direct line of communication with the SSS, so don't hesitate to contact us if you discover anything. Roger. My apologies for the disturbance, Vice Commissioner. No, not at all. Feel free to drop by my office anytime. Looks like you're a bit more comfortable with your current work, Randy. Well, you know. I'd say the work here is more thrilling than staring at the border and doing drills all day. Good to hear. I'm glad my efforts to transfer you were worth it. Let's head out, Seeker. Roger. I'll be taking my leave. You man, oh man. So she was your superior officer in the Guardian Force, Randy? Sure was. She wasn't my direct boss, though. She just gave me a bunch of tips and pointers for training and drill sessions. The little gorgeous looks fool you. You cross that lady and bam, full nightmare mode. Just scared the piss right out of you. No, Randy, I can only assume his terrible work ethic set off for multiple occasions. I could absolutely see that happening. He has a knack for getting into trouble with women. On that note, do you know the girl that was occupying the deputy commander, Randy? Never seen her before. I bet it pretty near that she's in the Tangram, the gate of division of the CGF. Those guys assist Deputy Commander Bales with her work. No, wait just a sec. Don't tell me you've taken a fancy to her. Well, Lloyd, was it love at first sight? Well... What? No, it was nothing like that. I just had a strange feeling that I still met her somewhere before. Ahem. Alright. How much longer do you Ricky's plan to take up space in my precious office, fueling this pointless revel? Don't tell me. Is this a plot by that good-for-nothing target to have you come here and humiliate me? No, sir, definitely not. I'm terribly sorry, sir. Please excuse our rudeness. Go on, get out of here. To think that every single one of you ignored my warning? You should know full well what awaits you then. Well, hey now. Whatever, enjoy that little investigation of yours out in the wilderness. I'm sure it'll be a fun little camping trip. Why don't we transfer your entire team to the Guardian Force while we're at it? You can boot that damn Sarge out along with you. If you'll excuse us. Vice Commissioner Jacques strikes again. I swear, as soon as I step in there and see that dumb tuft of hairs on his forehead, my blood pressure spikes. A pathetic attempt to stave off a receding hairline. I suppose we were being disrespectful in front of him. However, that doesn't warrant his condescendingly vulgar tone with us. Let's just try to forget about him for now, guys. Let's head back to the SSS building and go through this report. After that, we'll need to decide on the direction our investigation should take. Right, Lieutenant Colonel Bales gave the impression that weren't ordinary monster attacks. I'm curious what she meant when she said too many questions remain unanswered. Monster Damage Report. Summary. There's been a recent string of attacks by unidentified monsters throughout Crossbow. The Guardian Forces performed an investigation in an attempt to evaluate the incident. Witnesses at each of the 3 locations report seeing or hearing wolf-like monsters. The following 3 pages detail each case. 1. Armorica Village. Date time, 3 weeks ago, night. Location, entire village area. Damages. Crops and livestock of all families damaged to varying degrees. Damage not discovered until morning after, according to village chief. Eyewitnesses, none. All villagers asleep. Other evidence, various canine prints were discovered inside the village. No similar prints found in areas outside the village. 2. St. Ursula Medical College. Daytime, 1 week ago. Night. Location, hospital premises. Damages. 1 medical resident was attacked and wounded by a trespassing pack of monsters, found by hospital staff the morning after. Eyewitnesses, the injured resident, reported seeing black wolf-like monsters. Other evidence, none found near scene of attack. Statement was vague and possibly inaccurate. 3. Main's Mining Village. Daytime, 2 days ago, 10 p.m., in front of the inn. Damages. 1 miner heading home was injured by a pack of monsters. A colleague rushed to his aid. Eyewitnesses. 2 townspeople saw wolves escaping. Other evidence. Prints discovered near the scene that resembled those found in Armorica Village. The mining equipment in this town was damaged. This is now the 3rd incident. Patrols may be necessary. This is worse than I thought. So it really is happening everywhere. At least most of these incidents haven't been reported by the media yet, though. Yeah, there's something fishy going on, no question. These are definitely not your typical monster attacks. Do we know whether or not these wolf-like monsters are native to Crossbow? Not sure, actually. But clear paw prints were found at the scene of each incident. I think it's safe to say creatures like this exist and are in the area. But the Guardian Force investigation still has to confirm their existence, right? That's a little disconcerting. For real. These monsters must be pretty damn crafty if they're able to pull off these attacks without ever being seen. I mean, shouldn't they have hired some kind of hunter to track them down instead? Probably so. I'm not sure we were able to contribute much to this case. Alright, what's the matter? Did that ace detective light bulb of yours start flickering again? Not exactly, I was just thinking. I know these are monster attacks, but why don't we treat this as we would any other investigation? Well, I suppose the deputy commander did say she wanted a detective's point of view. She'd research for clues as per usual. Yeah, and if we treat this series of attacks as being part of one larger case, who would be our culprit? Obviously those wolf-like monsters that the report mentioned, right? Sounds like a pack of them moving together. True, and with that in mind, what would the profile and motive of the culprits be? A motive? I understand now. You're saying that a motive isn't apparent from these reports. Exactly. If these monsters are as intelligent as we suspect, they would typically stay away from populated areas. If the motive was hunger, the medical college would be the last place they would look for food. There has to be some hidden truths that explain their seemingly irrational behavior. Logically speaking, that does make sense. I suppose we've settled on our direction for investigation then? Think so. We're starting by visiting the affected areas and gathering information from anyone connected to the incident. By doing things our way, we'll be able to supply the CGF with some supplementary info at the very least. I agree. Every little clue and lead we find will go toward helping the Guardian Force. That's a relief. Here I was thinking we'd be spending the day blindly hunting monsters in the mountains. So, Lloyd, where do you suggest we begin our investigation? Let's see. How about we start with America Village, the first area that was attacked. Considering the America report was the most detailed, maybe we'll be able to gather enough clues to start building a profile of the monsters. That sounds like a good start. America Village is northeast of Crossbow City, right? Yeah, we should be able to get there by taking the bus from the east exit. Needless to say, this is our first mission outside the city. We don't know what we're heading into, so let's make sure we leave well prepared. Makes sense. To be safe, we should check in any new support requests that have come in too. Yeah, we're doing that first. Side quests are number 1 priority. Alright, I want to check. Yes, they did get scanned. Let's check requests. 3 new quests. Overdue, book retrieval. We're running into a problem. Namely, people are checking out books and not returning them on time. I need help retrieving them. See me at the city library in the administrative district. Hunting for ingredients. I'm seeking ingredients to use in a new special bread recipe. Can you guys lend me a hand? Please come visit me at Morgs, the baker on West Street. This is with new service. We're recruiting people to help us implement a new service here at the IBC. If you have Sepith on hand, can we please have a moment of your time? Thanks to your advance for your assistance. Sure. We don't have much Sepith on hand though. Let's head to the library first. Or should we check out the weapon store? Probably not a bad idea. That's so good. It's very expensive, but it's too good not to use. I don't know if we should be buying jackets and stuff from this place. There is better places to buy stuff. Theo can get this and give Ellie. Then everyone has it. I think that's a good idea. But as for boots and stuff, I think we'll buy it from the store when we get more money. Let's head to the library then, which is up here. Hi again, Uncle Miles. Alright, it's good to see you. Have you come to borrow more books? Actually, we're here for your request. I believe you sent the request to SS for help, right? You're asking for help to locate and retrieve some overdue books. By golly, you're right. I did submit a request like that, didn't I? Let's get to it then, shall we? Allow me to explain the details. Oh yeah, of course. Splendid, you're doing me a huge favor. You see, several of our patrons have yet to bring in their overdue books. I'd like for you to locate and return them to me. Understood. Doesn't sound too bad to me. Sure, do you have their addresses? Yep, that information is tied to their library cards. Give me a moment to bring it up to you. First person is Faye, who lives in the Bellheim apartment on West Street. Next, we have Clarice from the Acacia apartments on East Street. Lastly, we have Raymond from the CPD headquarters in the administrative district. Raymond, you must stop embarrassing us. I'm sorry, Uncle. I wasn't expecting someone from the Force to lack punctuality. But don't worry about it. I was hoping that the reader was so engrossed by the content of their book that they simply forgot to return it on time. I sense your hopes are highly unlikely. There are quite a number of people out there who pay no regard to the rules. What the hell are you looking at me like that for? No reason. Anyway, our objective is clear. We'll retrieve those books for you ASAP. Great, thank you. Please return to me once you've collected all 3 books. I'm counting on you, Lord. Are there new books over here now? No. Let's check with vendors, I guess. See if they have anything new. Isn't there... yeah. Welcome. I'm going to teach you guys how to make some delicious juice of your own. It's important that you rehydrate your body after a long walk or an intense workout. Oh, nice. Raymond is in here. We can find him, I guess. Hey guys, I heard the news. Gotta leave the city to investigate the monster incidents, right? Yeah, we're about to depart for America Village. Franz Seeker will support you with everything I've got. It's what I like to say. But I'm not sure if we're meant to receive our communication. Just to try and find out. It's usually fine inside the city, though. I see. Do you think our Enigmas will be too far to communicate with you? Not pretty easy. This was intended for investigative use only within the city. So, theoretically speaking, Urban Boys should be able to travel up to 200 cells outside the city. 200 cells? I think that just barely reaches all the populated areas within the state. You're able to keep communications then. Thank you, Adios. Don't forget to contact your pal, Fran Seeker, if you get yourself into a bind, guys. Roger that, Fran. You don't have to worry so much. We'll be fine. Yeah, we're just doing an investigation. How's it going, Detective Raymond? Oh, if it is a SSS, you guys got some business HQ to tend to. I'll admit, you got guts playing dumb like this, as if you'd be fooled by your little act. But we see right through you, Raymond. The real culprit here is you. What? Randy, cool it with the pranks, okay? It was not even clever. Oh, come on. I'm a police officer, aren't I? I had to pull out that line at least once in my life, you know? What's he going on about? Sorry about that, Mr. Raymond. We're here because of a request from the library. You wouldn't happen to have an overdue library book, would you? Oh, crap. Now that you mention it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have one. Yeah. So, Detective Raymond, did you perhaps misplace this book of yours? No, I don't think so. Why the uncertain then? I'll go look for it. I managed to find it. Here you go. Women who changed the world. Thank goodness. Really left us in suspense there, Raymond. So I have to ask, what inspired you to check out this particular book? To my knowledge, it's a pretty extensive account of historic female figures and the incredible feats they've accomplished. Yeah, well, when I saw the title, I thought I was checking out a photo album with a bunch of hot chicks from across the continent. After cracking the thing open, I realized it was definitely not that. I kind of just left it in my drawer and forgot about it. I do not think the library is the right place to search for that kind of book. Well, we got the book back, so all well done and well. Appreciate your cooperation, Detective Raymond. Anytime, guys. Let's read it. Table of Contents. Preface. The study of these great women. Erebonian Empire. Lyanna Sandlot. The Valkyrie who led the Ice Rider in battle. 2. Calvary Republic. Shanna Dirk. Activism behind the Democratic Revolution. 3. Liberal Kingdom. Elisa II. From 100 Days War to Non-Aggression Pact. Preface. Figure. A term that applies to the shape of something. When describing a woman, it may often be used to refer to her physical appearance. In this book, a different meaning is intended. A person who is influential or distinctive in some way. The influence of these great women, who have proudly followed their convictions, continues to inspire and captivate others to this day. We shall retrace the history of these figures who have shaped this continent and paved the way for many other capable women to do the same. Sadly, there was no more to that book. I know we had the quest in the IBC. We could never go there last time. So we could go there now. Good morning, welcome to IBC's corporate headquarters. To stand for words, it's a pretty impressive building, isn't it? It's not unusual for people to be astonished by the first time they see the building in all its glory. They always one up for employees, though. With a jacket of yours, I guess part of the CPD. You work in the IBC security department. Let's handle the IBC security concerns. Excuse me, only staff members are permitted to go beyond here. Let's see what the economic section has to say. Oh, interesting. The IBC is starting up a new service. I'm willing to wager that their stocks will rise because of this. I better check it out pronto. Welcome to the International Backup Hospital. I've been employed here for 2 years, yet here I am still directing customers to the tellers who look like some kind of tour guide. Maybe it's because I stand so close to the receptionist counter. Welcome to the National Backup Hospital. Now this is a surprise. It's been quite a while, hasn't it, Miss McDowell? Huh? Oh, you're Quinn, Nelly. Hello, Lamphay. Indeed, it has been a while. I haven't seen you since you returned from your studies abroad. That reminds me, would you like to inform Mrs. Croyser of your arrival? She's currently overseeing Michelin's operations, but I'm sure she'll rush back if I notified that you were here. I'm glad to hear that Belle's still keeping herself busy. That's okay, though. I'm not here to discuss anything important with her today. I'll visit her another day when I have the chance. Is that so? I'll send her your regards then. Damn, Mademoiselle got a connection to the IBC. Yeah, and they seem on pretty friendly terms too. You continue to stop hold her image on the perfect noble lady. I can hear you now. Aren't we to get work done, Lloyd? Oh yeah, you're right, we are. Oops, got a little bit sidetracked. Please allow me to introduce ourselves. We're the members of the CPD Special Sports Section. I believe we received a request from the IBC for help. Was that what this is about? My apologies, I'll explain the details to you immediately. Great, thank you. You may have read about it in the finance section of the paper already, but the IBC will soon be rolling out a new service to exchange Sepith. Essentially, our service will allow players to exchange Sepith at a higher rate than the average market value. So they're offering to cough up more dough than your everyday shop. Talk about deluxe treatment. The service purpose is to amass a large reservoir of Sepith due to the scarcity of natural Sepith. The IBC is unparalleled when it comes to designing simple yet effective initiatives. You flatter us. However, to counteract theft and Sepith counterfeiting, we're limiting the service to IBC members for the time being. Our main goal right now is to make sure so we can store the Sepith in our terminals. I'd like for you to help us beta test this feature, hence the request. Sounds good, but exactly what we need to do. Great, first things first, please take this card with you. You'll need to present the card to me here in order to perform an exchange. Additionally, for this beta test, we'll need to exchange a specific amount of Sepith. 30 of each type of Sepith should be sufficient. 30 of each type. Got it. Sounds cool. Let's give it a spin. Oh, by the way, there's no requirement for us to deposit them all at the same time. We can turn it little by little while we take a break from our other requests. Let's see how many we have even, because I don't know. We don't... Oh, we're missing one Sepith, one wind Sepith, and we could do it. Let's just do it all at once then, later. Okay. Let's come back when we get a little bit more then. Well, then everything seems to be running smoothly. Thanks again. You've been a great help, Chief. This kind of argument is especially challenging. Is that... I've not seen you some time, Chief. That voice. Oh, well, if it is Theo, how are you doing these days? Chief, is this where your boss? That is correct. He's my direct boss and the chief of the Orbital Staff Development Section. He specializes in orbital computer networking and acts as the head of the Epstein Foundation's Crossbow branch. I suppose you could call him my supervisor. Everything appears to be running smoothly at the new division of the CPD. I'm quite relieved to see you're doing well. Why don't you ever come by and deliver reports to you? I'm quite worried about you. Is that the official explanation behind your gracious delivery of an orbital staff to the weapons shop for me? No, now that I think about it, Wendy mentioned that somebody from the Foundation drops by pretty frequently. Well, you see, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. Well, now, Theo's no doubt angry with me. But how can she expect me to leave a child like her to her own device in a city like this? Your behavior is suspicious, Chief. What? What could you possibly mean? Please refrain from secretly leaving new equipment for me at different locations. I'm not trying to participate in a scavenger hunt. I see your point, Theo, and I'm terribly sorry for all this, truly. Please don't be upset with me. It is precisely your behavior at times like this that upsets me, Chief. You're right, I understand. Aren't you being too harsh, Theo? I am unable to help it. I am irritated beyond comprehension. Okay. Where do we go? We have the bakery quest, I guess. We could go do that. Because we also needed to go to the apartments. This is a bit of a long way to go. Oh. Okay. Let's check the general store. Does there maybe have a new newspaper or something? Yes. And we need... No, we actually might not need battle scopes. Let's get battle scopes, actually. Change my mind. They're useful. Very much so. Let's go to the bakery first. Hey Lloyd, back again already. You're in the mood to chow down on some bread. Not quite. Instead of chowing down, don't you think we have something else to attend to? You sent the request to the special support section, right? Did I? Please notify any other Oscars on the premises of our arrival. Come on, Oscar, we're on the job here. Oh yeah, I remember now. I want to see if you guys can help me gather some ingredients for a new kind of bread. Our usual surprise has been running late, so we kind of low in stock. Gotcha. Well, you certainly can't bake without the ingredients. You could say that again, so you guys mind lending me a hand. That's all there is to it. You can leave it to us, Oscar. So what kind of ingredients are you looking for? Well, I got plenty of butter and flour. I want to gather 4 pieces of fish fillet and 3 monster eggs if you're up to the challenge. That's it. We can set just up right on the outskirts of the city, no sweat. That's convenient. We'll try gathering them as we do with other support requests. I have this friend who's, well, let's just say eccentric. She's always on the move, skipping town, the second chicken room, all over the place. I came down this way to hang out with her, but she's already long gone. I hear you guys are collecting ingredients for Oscar, is that right? It's so unfair. What's wrong? I'm trying to create a new kind of bread for the bakery too. Why is Oscar the only one who gets special support treatment? Is she alright? She seems upset over... Well, I'm not sure. Well, if you ask me, it sounds like she's big rivals with her buddy Oscar over there. Maybe she's worked up on us giving the competition ahead with his request. That falls on us? Well, we've heard about the delayed delivery. Did you need some help with that? We'd be more than happy to bring you some ingredients too if you'd like. Really? Then 2 monster eggs, please. Try to hurry, okay? I need to finish this bread before Oscar beats me to the punch. Of course, we'll do our best to help. Alright, weaved his way out of that minefield like a damn natural. He can be surprisingly smooth, can't he? Something up, guys. Nothing at all. Oh. Right. Are you selling anything? No. The apartments had... Was it this one? No. It's this apartment place. Does it look like Faye is in right now? Maybe I'll try asking Pansy. Hey there, Pansy. Is your dad busy working today? Oh, you're Wendy's friend, aren't you? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I want to ask your dad a quick question if he's around, but it doesn't look like he is. Oh, Dad? He's off on a business trip. He won't be back for another 2 months. Sounds like we're out of luck then. Yeah, I'm not about to start going through his stuff without permission. Are you guys looking for something? Yes, we're to retrieve a book your father borrowed from the library. Do you recall making any mention of it? Is it the one I'm reading right now? Mind if I take a look at it? I can check to see if it is. Sure. Pansy retrieved a book and held it up to Lloyd to see. It's got a stamp from the library. That's probably the one. Oh, phooey. Seriously, Dad, I can't believe you'd leave on a business trip without returning your book. Sorry about that. Do you mind taking the book in for me? Are you sure? Did you say you were in the middle of reading it? I believe you can apply for an extension at the library's front desk. No, it's okay. I was kind of just looking through it. It's actually pretty boring. I mean, did you even read the title? It's a, let's see, Train Fanatic Rex. Yep, that definitely sounds like some niche literature to me. I bet Dad borrowed it to try and get me interested in becoming a railway engineer. I'm not going to fall for his trick that easily. No, sirree. So yeah, feel free to return for me. Sure thing. Thanks for helping us out. Let's read it. Brief it. Train lovers far and wide. I especially use my utmost gratitude for picking up this book. The long tracks that cross the continent were laid out 20 years ago as a convenient transportation system for large countries such as the Iranian Empire and the Calvin Republic. Now the railway has become an immensely important technology that people cannot do without. As the rails slowly proliferate, so will the fans. We are the train fanatics. Train fanatics refers respectfully to people who either love the look of a vehicle whose years of use have gently eroded the polish of its exterior, to people who simply enjoy the act of riding in the comfort of a cabin, or to people who find satisfaction in the carefully calculated and planned out service schedules and characteristics of the public locomotive companies. This book will detail the best ways that fanaticism can be indulged in order to honor all our forefathers who painstakingly developed it over the many months and years. It is aimed at any and all beginner train-loving enthusiasts and designed to cultivate and motivate the newly awakened fanatics in exploring the fine beasts of steel and thunder in a way that is suited for each individual. I beg of you, dear reader, to not lose sight of your adoration and admiration. Please enjoy this book at your leisure. May the radiance of the railway be with you. Yes, trains. I'm headed to the Times department store to wholesale some goods. I found a new item to invest in, so I'm going to go write a pitch for it. There are plenty of other wholesalers, all competing to get their wares at the department stores, so I can't afford to get complacent. Well, why have you Lloyd and his friends? I haven't seen you quite some time. How's everything? Is work going well? It's alright, I guess. It's nothing more than a bunch of chores. Oh, don't sweat it. Everybody starts off doing the grunt work. While you're here, why don't I give you a few cooking tips? Give it how many calories you must burn a day. It's crucial your diet has the proper vitamins and minerals you need. Thank you. I think that's it here. We had one in the other East Street apartment, right? I want to check out the Bracer Guild too. But let's start in Acacia Apartments. Whoa. I thought I had already read that, so I clicked through it, but they mentioned Aesol, so I guess that's where Aesol lived. Excuse me, Mr. Seeker, do you have a moment? Oh yes, how may I help you? We're here because of a support request we received from the city's library. Are you borrowing any books from the library that you got to return? Yet to return. Oh, I am. I completely forgot about it. Oh dear, I'm afraid this book is long overdue by now, isn't it? It appears she had a mere lapse in memory. I suppose I'm becoming more forgetful with age. I'm sure Noelle wouldn't let me hear the end of this if she found out. Anyway, please wait here for a moment while I get it for you. This should be the one. Mark and the Witch Part 1. We already read it. Oh, this book. What's up, Mademoiselle? You read this before? Yes, actually. It's one of the most popular fairy tales at the library. Whenever my neighbor Serena goes to work, she always asks if I can watch after her little brother, Hugo. So I thought that it might be a fun idea to read books together, which I admitted this one. I'm glad he was so taken in by it. Oh, really? I kind of want to read it now, too. Well, thank you very much for your cooperation, ma'am. Not at all, the pleasure was mine. Believe me, I'll make sure to return my books on time from now on. I guess we don't really need to go turn this in yet. Doesn't matter much if we do or not. I kind of want to go out fighting. Let's check out the bracer again though. If the certain two people we know are there. Oh hey there, sweeties. Didn't know you had time for free to waltz in your rival's headquarters like that. But if you've got something better to do, how about taking some of this work off our hands, Well, that's quite alright. We're actually on our duty right now. Oh really, that's too bad. Well, no matter. I'm sure before too long you'll have a fire lit under those casers of yours. Huh? And what do you mean by that? Don't mind me. Just talking to myself. I'm not here. It's good to see you all. Hello again, Arius. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? There's no need to be so nervous. You did a fine job handling that incident on time. You were able to resolve the matter before we intervened. No, it was nothing really. Bet you would have solved the whole thing with a single swing of his blade. I cannot help but feel like he has us dancing in the palm of his hand, as they say. Let's get going then, I guess. They said north. Oh, you're right, you can watch who you walk. That's in this game. Is it East Crossbell Highway we go on that? To go to America? I don't exactly remember. We've never been out, so let's try it. Oh shoot. We just barely missed it. Damn, if that ain't our luck. You gotta know when the next one's coming. I think it shouldn't be too long if we wait. According to the schedule here, the next bus will report in approximately 2 hours. 2 hours? Seems like you're a little off the mark there, Lloyd. But that's just great. I was hoping we could make it to the hospital later today too, but so much for that. Guess we could start our investigation somewhere else for today, but honestly I'd rather not. Neither would I. We want to just decide how to proceed to. Given the circumstances, could we not simply walk to Eureka Village? Huh? Hio? Whoa there, you can't be serious. Judging by the distance shown on the map, it would estimate that it takes approximately 1.5 hours to walk there. Conversely, sitting and waiting for the next bus will see us there in 2.5 hours. As such, would it not be more efficient of us to walk to America? When you spell it out like that, it certainly does make sense. I've actually heard stories of how beautiful the countryside along the road can be. Perhaps even more enjoyable if we think of it as a fun little hiking trip, right? Dude, these scouts seriously trying to convince themselves this will be a fun little stroll? It's painfully obvious they've never trekked the highway by foot. What are you two whispering about? Oh, nothing really. You know, monsters tend to roam around the highways. Are you two okay with that? I hadn't thought of that. We eventually need to go to the deer front though, so I think we'll be fine if we run into a few monsters here and there. Additionally, I still need to accumulate more combat data for my Orbital staff. I would actually prefer some additional combat experience. Alright, you convinced me. Let's walk then. Right, we should get going. I'm actually looking forward to this little now. That little now. I'd known this would happen. I would have prepared us a lunch. We could have had a cute countryside picnic on the way. That is true. We should arrive at the village by noon, however. Perhaps we can have lunch there once we arrive. Hey, Randy, it's up to us to protect them if they get worn out on the way there. Don't worry, I got this, man. Time for the walking trip. Walking to places, just like in the previous games. First time we're actually in a proper zone for this game. Terrible. Oh god, it's a turret. The grass is clipping right through me. It is. Okay, I like that the chests have accurate the lines now compared to where they are. They didn't really in the previous game. Leather jacket. Welcome to Crossbow Watchtower. We don't know what it's for either. Well, it's probably for watching. Do we like have this? Yeah, I guess they're important. These are normal mobs, so it doesn't surprise me that they were already scanned. That's the only thing I'm using. I'm using like a checklist for enemies, so we make sure we scan them. Because that will be a pain if we miss any. And there's a lot of them too. But they do slowly get scanned as you fight them. It's good to note. We don't actually need to scan them if we're just going to be fighting them a lot. Which is probably why I have a lot of enemies scanned. Just fighting them like this. This is so much XP. Really nice. And also seeing them on the map is very useful. Right then, die. Level up on Lloyd. Team Rush. Everyone level. Ellie learned Holy Bullet. That's the nice thing about having new characters too. We can actually learn new abilities now, instead of just getting improved ones of existing. Judging by how difficult this game is so far though, we're definitely gonna be fighting all enemies. We won't grind them unless we get to situations where we need it, like we did before, but otherwise we will be killing all enemies. But yeah, you can't spin the camera in this game, so it's a bit different in that way. I guess they decided to make nicer camera angles instead of letting me spin it. They just set them like they think it looks good. Silver brooch. I thought you were supposed to serve the people, but here you're helping yourself. Team Rush is very nice when it happens. And also being able to skip them and go through this a bit faster. Just very nice quality of life. Because there's a lot of fighting when we fight them all like this. And this makes it very bearable. It's kind of satisfying even, just killing them this quickly. And getting stronger. Not that I'm sure the strength will be enough. You're still getting a lot of XP from this. And I still think they have the relevant XP thing from the previous game. There's a fishing spot there, but we can't fish yet. Oh. What's that thing shining on the ground there? Check it out after we kill these. Level up. You learned Beam Saddler. Something on the ground. Air bomb. Sepith. The contents of this chest brought to you by the International Bank of Crossbow. This is for premium Sepith exchange rate. We will be doing that. Alright, you can actually check the map anywhere. I think as soon as we stop getting ambushes, though, we're kind of gonna be in trouble because they're gonna hurt a lot. We hurt a lot because we upgraded our weapons. We never bought any armor yet, so... That's also why I'm fighting, because now that we've unlocked the IBC trading stuff, we can trade Sepith for a lot higher values. Which is the main way to make money in this game, I think. Yes. Oh. I almost thought that would have turned into a two-battle thing. But it did not. Kill them all! And that was not a two-battle thing either. I wonder what level they are. We should check that now. They're level 8. They're still giving this much XP. Damn. Team rush. Deal risk. Can you feel how hard this chest is? I can bench press your entire party. EP charge. It's empty, but the woodwork is amazing. Is it a chestnut? Oh. Looks like we had a fork in the road. I'm pretty sure we have to go north in order to reach America Village. Yep, the road on the left will take us there. It's a lot tougher than I thought it would be. Agreed. I did not anticipate how strenuous of a hike it was. These monsters roaming here on the highway aren't helping either. You feel like you're about to pass out. I was like, it's about time we took a breather. What do you say, ladies? No, I think I'll be okay. What about you, Theo? As much as I would love to admit defeat right about now, I was the one who suggested we take a walk, so I must persevere. Well, as long as you're okay with it. Just remember that if you can't take much more of this, you can always ask good old Randy here for a piggyback ride. Or would you rather ride on my shoulders? I pass. I do not wish to be treated like a child. Furthermore, I doubt you would be satisfied with someone of my stature riding you back, if I'm not mistaken. Hey, true enough. I'd rather have a chick with a Wait a sec, don't make me out to be some kind of weirdo. I'm just trying to be nice. She got you hooked, line, and sinker, Randy. Anyway, let's keep moving. I'd be surprised if we didn't run into more monsters, so let's take it slow and steady. Don't be afraid to let us know if you need a break. Alright, Theo? Roger. Guess we can't even go here. No. I was thinking though. The regret on your face is clear as day, you two. What is that? Survey to Materium. Whoa. Are you like some god enemy? It was quite hard to hit it. I saw on my enemy list though that there was a pom that could spawn. I'm not sure how to spawn it though. I have to refresh its spawn because the spawns in this are not guaranteed for poms. So we might need to like refresh enemies. But for that we need to leave the area, I think. Oh no. I didn't mean to. I messed up. I messed up bad. I'm sorry. We gotta use anything here or we're gonna die. Salamander. Oh well, is the next screen over here? It is. I wonder if they meant this bus stop or because they said it spawns near the bus stop. And I'm like, is it that bus stop? That's a different area. Enemies respawn now. Let's check. I don't see one here, but it could have been the first bus stop. Or it's not, I don't know. Don't see one. Do we seriously have to do this until it spawns? Maybe I'll have to Google it otherwise, so we don't sit here doing this when this won't work. Quite a low spawn chance if it is this you're supposed to do. I'm gonna Google it. Okay, I have the trick to do it. Apparently it doesn't work to just do this. You need to actually go from a crossbow when doing this. Which sucks. And we might have bad RNG for this. But I want us to make sure we get it so we don't forget about it. And we can avoid enemies pretty easily. We just need to do this run until we get it. And we can make a save in A Street now. Also, we can go trade in our Sepith at the IBC and maybe get some upgrades since we're in the city now anyways. This might take a few tries if we're unlucky with the spawn. So she said 30 of every. There you go. Oh, it appears you managed to exchange 30 of each separate type. Just one moment, please. Hello, this is Deceptionistic. I'd like to convert 30 of each type of separate into Mira, please. Right. Okay, I see. Yes, I understood. I confirmed the transaction with our employees at the exchange terminal. There was an incident where an employee confused Earth Sepith and Space Sepith, but we're thankfully able to clear that up. Here's hoping things will run smoothly from now on. I'm guessing they got a bit more hands-on experience now. Glad we were able to be of service to you. Yeah, of course, you've been an immense help. So much, but please take this as a token of our appreciation. Sure, Mom. Reviving Mom. Keep your charge. A rather generous reward. But that's not all. You can keep using the VIP card I gave you earlier. You're a special guest, so you may continue to use your exchange services as you please. Please consider it as a token of our thanks. Are you sure about this? Isn't this too much? Ain't this supposed to be a service meant for IBC members only? You telling me we're getting these awesome perks all thanks to Mademoiselle here? I highly doubt that's the reason why. You're not given a special treatment because of me, right, Laufey? Of course not. Please visit again if there's anything I can assist you with in the future. Thank you, that's very nice. Now we have a stable way to get money if we ever need it. Let's head to the Orbment shop though and upgrade slots on the other people because they don't have many right now. We can get that one's cheap. Oh, we can't afford that. Can Randy get some? Maybe? No. Let's get another evade one. It's just really good. There we go. Now we have a few more slots for everyone. Put information here, I guess. No, actually evade. No one else can get information. We don't have enough quartz. We have the Satsu now, but now we actually need the quartz to equip on them. But it's a good start. Let's make a save here, and then we're gonna be doing the POM run. Let's hope we don't enter with any enemies, because we don't need that. So we're basically just running onto that screen. We check that spot to see if there are 5 enemies. If there are 5 enemies, that means one of them is a POM. And then we make a save, and then we go for it until we kill it. Oh god. I missed it a little bit there. There's 4 enemies. I should have checked as soon as I entered the screen, shouldn't I? Let's go back here then. It's faster than walking back, so... The 3rd screen we gotta check. Every time. Hopefully it doesn't take too many times. This is 2nd screen. Let's check now. No. Let's go again. We love rare spawns. Nope. No. Didn't think it would be this low chance. I thought like a, I don't know, a 30% chance maybe. I liked it in the previous games how they weren't random. But now they are. Still only 4 up there. It's at the top part of the map where they spawn. The music is kind of chill at least. Sadly, we'd have to restart it every time we run, because we load a save. Still only 4. I don't know how long I should continue before I think something's wrong. Maybe it just is a really small spawn rate. Still only that. Kinda want to check now, just so that they're not spawning us a weird location or something. They're supposed to be like right in the middle here. But yeah, no, I don't see it, so... Maybe we should check combat. Did I ever fight that? No. Also, this thing isn't fully scanned. Or that. These are later mobs, I guess. We gotta make sure to fight the bird and the bug. That's not difficult to do. I still want to get that palm. Okay, so it's apparently a very, 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 very low chance of this happening, by the way. I looked at it slightly more. That's why I wasn't talking while I was running. I guess we just gotta stick to it. Apparently you can also do this later in the game if you wanted to. But I'm like, might as well get it over with. It doesn't take too long between each run, luckily, and there's no combat in between. And luckily, the information quartz is very nice for this, seeing them on the map. Probably not the most fun thing to watch, though. So if you just want to skip ahead until you see me doing something else, that's totally fine. Come on, spawn now, Pom. I'm forcing you. You right now, viewer, if you're still watching this, you make this Pom spawn now. So we can move on. It will probably give us lots of XP, which is nice. Only 4. Where is the 5th one? Where's the Pom? Or just find it and then not be able to kill it. Because it has too much HP and it runs away. We have 3 S-crafts though, and Ellie doesn't have a damage S-craft, so that's why I don't care about that being charged. Hers just heals, and that will not be what decides if we win this, because Poms normally are just a damage check. Oh my god, it's there! Oh! We're making another save just in case though. I see it. I see it. We gotta get the advantage on this. Hopefully the team rush actually works. We gotta scan them. Get 1 scan. Let's do Randy ult on all of them. That's very good. All of them show a scan now, right? Yeah, they do. Okay. Do we do T ult since there's a crit? No, we can't hit all of them. I guess we don't need to kill all of them, but... Oh, we have Lloyd ult. I forgot. That's okay. Oh, they barely took any damage. Kill at least 1, please. No! Oh, we got 1. I think that's good enough. I hope so, at least. If we have missing 1 Pom for the achievement, we know where it spawns and what to do. Our damage was kind of low, though. The only one that really did damage with our ult was Randy. Reviving Bomb. Next time, I'm using a lock. Alright, we were gonna scan the other enemies we were missing, though. That we should do now before we forget. But that's easier. It's this one. And the bird. Did we just use the item? I think so. Okay, that's the thing, Sam. Now we gotta find the bird. This one. Oh, I tried to hit it, but failed. This is a battle scope on this thing. Actually, it is scanned now, isn't it? Is it another bird? I will check afterwards. I want to use it now, though. Kill it. Let's check out the combat log and East Crossbow Highway. Metal Saucer. Isn't that the thing we just fought? It looked to be scanned, but it's saying... Oh, the Shining Foam is scanned. That's good. The Metal Saucer. We need to scan that bird. Oh yeah, don't kill it. Move. Move. Can we cancel this? Yes. Cancel and do analyze on it. Now we can kill it. Should be that done, yeah. Nice. And enemies start spawning later, I think. Now we can move on to the All America Road. There's a lot of front-loaded information gathering and stuff because these enemies are like... We're gonna be walking through the same zones a lot more in this game than we do in the other ones. Because the general game map is a bit smaller. Okay, let's see. Have we scanned this? Maybe we should do it anyways, just to so we don't get that same like problem again. And if we use TO, it doesn't cost anything. So. See if this thing is balanced. Shoot. We can do analyze on this one. Monster egg. We needed that for the quest. Nice them turning the camera like that. It is locked. Can't go up there. Where's this thing? I would want to do this, but what if we kill them? Let's do it anyways. Oh, they're alive. It explodes. Good to know. Good to know. They do look to be done, both of them, so let's not. Let's heal Lloyd instead. I think him surviving here is a bit more important. Let's check out this All America Road. Death Corolla. Is that this level? Yes. So we need a Sasa Panda and a Death Corolla. We're still gonna be fighting some of the other ones though. Let's just charge up a bit too. Level up. Nice, more levels. Grasshoppers. Is it just half full or half empty? Neither. It's completely empty. That's probably good for him, yes? Oh, I missed. Nice. Just keep going, I think. I think this is Death Corolla. So we need to make sure we get a scan on this one. Let's not do this then. Let's scan it. So we just need the panda thing, which I've never fought apparently. I do see in my list that it says it's a rare spawn that spawns with Death Corolla. So good to know. Let's actually just do this. They're very tanky. Problem is if we kill them now. Oh, this heals. That's so good! Oh my god! Let's kill this one. Ah! Those self-immolating ones. Full necklace. The chest is empty and exercise is right to remain silent. Oh, good timing. A rest area, eh? Really? Oh, thank you, Dios. How about we take a break here? We can even admire the view while we catch our breath. Sound good? Yes, I could definitely use a break. To be honest, that would be ideal. Sounds like a plan. I'm always game to kick back and take a load off. What a nice breeze. I finally feel like I caught my breath. Me too. Though at this rate, I'm likely to fall asleep. I know how you feel. It really is a great view of the countryside, isn't it? It almost feels as if we're taken straight out of a fairy tale. For real, all of the old ruins scattered around really add to the vibe. I bet history buffs would have a field day here. Indeed, I believe most of them were built during the Middle Ages and have sat untouched since then. Can't think of it, I recall being told this whole area once served as a massive battlefield. The battlefield here? Yes, the result of one of the many wars between Erebony and Calvert. I've heard the ancient battlefield is nearby as well. The ancient battlefield. Sounds pretty interesting. We don't come out here too often, so you guys wanna go check it out? No, it's not really a great time given we're already behind schedule. Yeah, we'll have to leave that for another day. Randy, please do not try to rope us into your slacking. Hey, what's the matter with you guys? You're way too young to have no sense of adventure. I heard Crossbellows never left the city, but I didn't really believe it until now. You're telling me you seriously never get the itch to just get out there and spread your wings in the great outdoors? Not really. People who grew up in the city usually don't really feel the need to go anywhere else. Almost everything you could ever want is right there anyway. Crossbell has always been a trade city, so for the most part, we have access to any goods we might need. Further, most international travel these days is done by airship or train. And recently, cars and noble buses are available to take us wherever we need. Honestly, it's been quite some time since I walked this far. Though I was not raised in Crossbell, I can certainly relate. I was living in one of the Foundation's research labs for the past few months, so it's been some time since I last walked this much. Our inconveniences really are turning us into a bunch of lazy bums, huh? You on the other hand, Lloyd, you look like you still got plenty of energy to spare. Well, I owe that to the police academy's survival and fitness training. Still, my stamina doesn't hold a candle to yours, Randy. All that training with the CDF must have really paid off. You haven't even broken a sweat yet. Probably just used to running everywhere. Oh, look. Looks like it's back. That must be the bus making its return to the city. For a moment, I was sorely tempted to stop the driver so I could go back home. If you did that, then you'd have walked all this way for nothing. Come on, guys, we're in the final stretch now. Just a little bit more and we'll be at the village. I hope so. Fine. Let's get this show on the road, ladies. I believe in you. Observation spot there. Old American Road rest area. This is public vacation, so please pick up after yourself. Not the don't that I started saying there. Please do pick up after yourself. You know, this has been bothering me for a while now. What exactly is this thing supposed to be? It looks like that weird metal box back at the headquarters, doesn't it? Yeah, but I need too. There's a bunch of juice and coffee on display. What gives? This would be a normal vending machine. This is the first time you've seen one. If you insert Mira coins into the slot, you can choose the drink you want, and the machine dispenses it accordingly. Since they originally developed by the Epstein Foundation, you would often find them all over their research facilities. Apparently, they're being tested out in Crossbow as well. Oh, seriously? Are you aware of these gadgets, Mademoiselle? No, this is my first time seeing one too. It's hard to believe that all these inventions by the Epstein Foundation are starting to pop up all over Sumeria. Granted, I've heard that they have some incredibly influential and wealthy sponsors. Please resort to coins if you intend on using it. Builds are incompatible with this model. Thanks for the heads up. I'm curious, I should try it at least once, right? We get some canned juice. There you go, Lloyd. Now you got them to try it. Very happy now. It's like the reason I haven't met that panda enemy before is because there's so few of those flower enemies that actually spawn with them. It ran away. There's one, but I'm not sure it will give us the panda. No. New material. A bracer robbing a chest, I can understand, but a cop? That's low, man. It's spreading. The chest robbing. It's spreading all over the Sumeria. Mute. Sure, you stole from me, but it's all under the bridge now. Still a ways to go until we reach America. So we don't need to quite start using different screens yet to find that panda. If we're lucky, we just get it while we're exploring. That would have been nice. But like I said, there don't seem to be too many of that power enemy, which makes it difficult to get a rare spawn that only spawns when you find the flower. Driving bomb. Growing up, I always wanted to be a dancer. My father made me take up boxing though. Haha, boxing. That's funny. Almost got a level again. Oh, here's one. Come on, panda. There it is. Okay, don't. I really want to team rush, but we have to scan this. I guess Tio could do it. We can attack everyone else meanwhile. Tio, scan. The panda. That's a panda. Randy, blow them up. Is this thing gonna be dangerous and like kill me? Panda down. Look at that. This thing's level 16, so it doesn't spawn in this area, I guess. There's a chest down there. Oh, I forgot to hit it. Oh no, I just realized that there was a low HP. Oh well. It's up quite fast again. One down. He's gonna get blown up. Need to get a heal. Which we can get Theo to do. Here we go. Hit them both. Fine. Sippeth. I hope your pockets are now loaded with Sippeth. Keep up the puns. They're great. Amazing. This is a monster chest. We're healing if that's a monster chest. Maybe we shouldn't even fight it because we're missing 2 S-craft. What if it isn't a monster chest? What if there are no monster chests? And they're tanky. Let's heal. Weak to water. We don't have water on most people. Theo does. Let's open it. Monster. Okay. This looks very scary. Please kill them. Good. They are gonna get some. Okay, that's actually fine. They're weak to fire and earth, which we don't have here. However, we could Holy Bullet to just heal everyone. That's not bad. I would say attack into S-craft. Okay, that was not a bad monster test. Everyone leveled. Attack 2. I'd put a joke about law enforcement here, but it'd be a bit of a cop-out. Haha. We love you, chess dialogues. We're almost to the village now. I think that's where we're gonna end the episode as soon as we reach there. Because we're getting close to the normal length now of an episode. I know it's as soon as we don't get the team rushes, the battles instantly get so much harder. The team rushes just do a lot of damage and only costs 1 turn. It's not like it costs everyone turns like the chain attacks did in the Sky games. PP charge. After that string of chest thefts in the barrel, you would think there are some locks installed. Yeah, guess the message didn't get out. Okay, should we save here or after we enter the city? No, we'll enter the city first. Ooh, America Village, we finally made it. LATO, how are you holding up? I'm doing fine, that break really helped. I'm also alive by some miracle. I must admit though, this village is quite beautiful. A rural village surrounded by fields of blooming flowers. It's absolutely breathtaking. And there's an irresistible sweet smell in the air. Is that honey? Yeah, I can smell it too. Looks like there's an apiary over that way. According to the database, the honey from America Village is one of the area's specialties. Due to its quality, the demand for American honey is quite high, so it's exported all across the area. Yeah, I believe it. I always see it being sold in grocery stores and markets. This is where it comes from? That's right. It's quite a different feeling experiencing something firsthand rather than simply reading about it in books. Ellie, is everything okay? Oh, don't mind me. More importantly, at a glance, this village seems so tranquil. It's almost hard to believe recently fell victim to a monster attack. Know what you mean? Looking around, all I see is a carefree, happy village. While based on CGF's reports, they first spoke to the village chief for details on the incident. Okay, let's do the same. If anyone here is up to date with the situation, it'll be him. Where does he live, though? I suppose we'll need to ask around. And ask around we will, but we will do that next time. Gonna be some time like this now. We're gonna go to 2 other places in a similar fashion after this one. So, yeah. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next episode. Goodbye.